unfortunately. Otherwise, we can get started. So, let's get ourselves some downtime sorted for today's session. And oh, I've just realised that the overlay isn't correct. That is annoying. Just a moment, everyone, while I get that fixed. That very loud.
That was me making the technical difficulty noise that usually accompanies most Rooster Teeth productions.
I see. Well, there you go. Now everything is as it should be, and we will get some downtime sorted out. So, to start with, we shall do the downtime of... Larissa.
Okay. Well, I talked with Nicholas about letting me perform at the Hungry Leshy, so I'm going to do that this week for some gold. And if the Kenku 3 are around, I would ask them to join if they want.
The Kenkus are suspiciously absent from town at the moment, but you're more than happy to perform at the Hungry Leshy if that is your want. In that case, let me just see how much money you make. 16 gold pieces. That is not bad at all.
Don't even have to roll performance or anything, I just get it.
By all means, roll me a performance check as well. Well, I will say that
right.
yeah, it's a bit odd performing for a bunch of leshies and sort of people eating, so you're not quite used to the crowd, and it takes you a little while to get your sort of vibe going. You can grant yourself an inspiration, but nothing else will.
Okay.
As for next on the old list, we have Orion.
Yes, so after the last adventure, Orion would basically be spending his downtime working at well, he'd be plying his trade as a member of the Iron Wolves because he is a member of them, as well as taking bits of side jobs at the alchemist shop so that he can get his hands on some alchemist fires.
Alchemist fires. I see. Well, in that case, if you wish to work for some work for the alchemy store, you can more than happily buy some alchemist fires for half price as a result.
Beautiful.
And grant yourself an inspiration.
Yay.
Okay. Next on our downtime list is going to be Perseverance.
Right. Well, first of all, I would look to get to buy 25 gold worth of silver.
That is fairly easy to do.
Perfect. And then I would then I'd probably try and look to guard around the where that moon fell, if there's demons coming out of it.
You wish to check if demons are coming out of the sphere.
I want to sort of guard the area. I believe it was mentioned that the demons that were a problem last week came from there.
Not necessarily last week, but yes, I get your meaning.
Oh, sorry.
There were some fiendish ladies who had left the sphere. Your divine senses tell you that there are more inside, but during your watch, none emerge.
Perfect.
Grant yourself an inspiration. And we will then go to Pluck.
No. Sadly, I've not been very inspired as to what I should do, but I thought that perhaps Pluck would look up that handy guide to see if he can find a place where friendly Fae would be hanging out.
Wish to look for some friendly fae.
Yeah, connect with his magical sources and ancestry and whatever.
Interesting. Where is there any particular areas you're going to try and look in? They are not the easiest creatures to find.
Probably foresty, since that's where he comes from. You know, just a head start. He just, yeah.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you head down to one of the forests in the south, and in that case, yeah, no. Okay, I have to make sure that I don't end up hearing myself through that. That's rather annoying when that happens. But don't worry, it has been solved. Yeah, you head to the south, and you do go into the forest there. What you find is a mixture of creatures, quite agitated by the recent happenings. And in particular, you meet a dryad.
Ooh.
She goes by the name of Winterleaf, and basically tells you that she is a guardian of this land, or this particular area of land, specifically from the intrusions of the Winter Court.
Okay. Winterleaf, yeah.
And she tells you there are a lot of mischievous creatures that like to come through the veil here, as it is quite thin between this world and the world of the Fae.
So that would be, so out of character, those would be the more evil Fae then, or just Fae in general.
Well, the Winter Fae, they are
How would-
painted with a brush of evil, but
Okay.
generally they are more bitter, cold, reserved, grumpy kinds. Not really prone to fits of emotion like the Summer Court Fae, but yes, certainly cunning and intelligent in their manner. Cruel sometimes even.
Well, you will see Pluck next to this Winterleaf person, just eagerly scribbling down everything, and making a note to maybe visit those Winter Fae guys, because Summer Court guys, they seem to be much nicer.
He'll just tell you that the Fae of the Summer Court are can be equally dangerous, given their fits of emotional outburst and other such things. They are capricious, quite flimsy in their manner, but they enjoyed having a good time at the very least.
That's me, really.
Alright, grant
Much
yourself an
else?
inspiration.
Thank you.
Alright, next we have Volbidian.
I do have a question regarding Steven, my new son.
Your new son.
Is he able to accompany me throughout this adventure?
Why not?
All right, perfect. So what I want to do is I want to take that quality owlbear hide that I got and make a baby Bjorn out of it for him to ride me, just sit there in front of me while I combat things.
Sure. You can make me a leather working roll.
Perfect. I love this idea. Did that go through? There we go.
Let's see what you got. Hey, that is an excellent roll, and you make up something that is functional and, very high quality, comfortable even.
Perfect. Steven will have the greatest ride ever. And other than that, I would like to see if I can find a leather worker, possibly in Fair Hill, who can help me teach me some things.
Interesting. In that case, there is well, you're not too sure whether he is human or not, simply because you've never seen a human so wrinkled and old before. But there is, in town, a man who works the stables called Old Man Ferris, and he seems to know a great deal about leathers of all kinds. Despite the fact that this man must be easily pushing his 90s, he is still spry and doing the work of much younger men.
Okay. With that knowledge, then, hello. I was wondering if you could teach me maybe how to make my armor a little bit better in different ways. I do have proficiency in leatherworking, but I would like to be better at it.
Better? I see. Well, I can do my best, I suppose.
I'm a great student, so anything you can teach me will work.
At least you won't need much in the way of hides. You're quite small.
No. But, I'm always looking to help out a friend, so if you need me to make you something, I'll look out for hides for you and make you something.
I don't suppose you could up your volume a tiny bit, Volbidian? As I've upped it on my side, but apparently people are having little trouble hearing you.
Oh no, let me see if I can fix that. You can skip me for the time being and I'll see if I can fix that on my end.
Well, okay. We'll say for now that you start learning leatherworking under Old Man Ferris. You can grant yourself an inspiration as well.
Okay, perfect.
And finally, we have
The man, the myth, the legend,
Xander Titus.
Xander Titus. So, Xander's downtime. He is probably staying behind in Alf's figure, I believe is where we will left him.
Yep, Alf Sigurd.
He's going to help the elves and the druids with their scrolls and books that they're just trying to read and decipher. And also, he's going to see how his little buddy Emeris was doing, because we left our little mouse buddy behind.
Just a tad. So yes, the scrolls, you do help them sort of decipher a few of them. The ones that you can actually comprehend, at least some of them are sealed with powerful druidic magic, but yeah, there's a lot of not necessarily spells, but it's like art, a druidic art.
Yeah.
That basically ties one to the land itself.
Nice.
It's you're not really sure exactly where this is going, but you have a feeling that by the time you're more powerful and able to sort of look at all of them, that you may gain some level of understanding that you didn't have before.
Excellent. Well, with that knowledge, I will ask them perhaps if I'm allowed to come back and just help them as and when needed.
I mean, you literally saved the village from that evil witch, so yes, they are more than happy for you to come back. And as for Emeris, yeah, he sticks around until all of the elves are turned back into biguns, and then sort of chills out with you for a bit. And before something rather odd happens, he sort of looks out. He does this heroic pose with his little tiny mouse foot up on a rock, and he looks out into the distance, and he simply says, "I am needed. I sense there are cats out there that must be slain."
What kind of the cats?
Big ones, small ones, all kinds of cats.
Tell me, am I able to do the helping?
Sure. From time to time. If I come across a cat that I cannot kill, which, believe me, I have not come across a cat I couldn't kill yet, he sort of draws his sword. For I am the Mouse Knight. I have slain more cats than any mouse. Then sure, you can help.
Best. You
Yeah.
are the best mouse fighter ever. And he sort of gently, with a finger, pats him on the head.
He sort of nods. I could do with some assistance right now, though, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I once knew this half-orc whenever I'd meet him, he'd give me a hand towards my next destination by, helping me fly. He'd pick me up and he'd throw me. Don't suppose you could help me, could you?
Ah, I can help you with the flying and the flapping, yeah.
I need to go that way. He sort of points to into the trees.
Okay, I shall lob him into the trees.
Yeah, you pick him up and you just yeet him into the trees. You see that he like grabs the edges of his red cloak and like holds them out and begins to like glide shakily through the air and disappears out of sight.
What's a lad?
Indeed. Grant yourself an inspiration.
Thank you.
All right, mic check. Is that better?
Oh boy, yeah, that's louder.
Considerably.
All right, there you go.
Woo! Let's turn you down a little bit. That's much better.
It was on the wrong microphone, so killed you people in Twitch chat.
Wrong microphone. Well, let's put you back down to 100, and then we'll see. We'll see what the Twitch chat says.
It's
Squid.
fine. No, nobody important was hurt. That's all that matters.
Oh, that
Nothing
was
is how he was lost.
that was an amazing comment from TK Squid in the chat that I am scared to repeat out loud. So with that, we'll go on to the rumours. Our 3 rumours today are kobold sightings up in the north, strange plants walking around when they shouldn't be in the south, the swamps, and finally, along the western roadways, travellers have been getting attacked.
Oh, I think the last one's the most pressing. People are actually under harm.
Well, I'll let you guys talk that over for a minute or two while I just go grab something to drink.
That's fine. You just, as per usual, you just hear Xander rather than seeing him. And you're like, "Ah, it's you, the horny man in the tin plate!" And smacks him on the back.
I hear that immediately brace for like the sort of back clap.
Brace for impact.
Xander, nice to meet you again.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to do character introductions since
Oh,
we haven't all actually even seen each other?
Oh, do you want to? Sure, we can do
Or
all.
just send me your descriptions so I know what you look like?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
we
think
can do
it's more
that.
important that we get the
Excellent.
figure out what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will.
it's right. He'll just pat everyone on the back. He doesn't discriminate.
All right, so what were the 3 rumors again?
So kobolds to the north, plants to the south of the swamps, and on the western road, travelers being attacked.
Yeah. That about sums it up.
Or if you people would like to make some money, I know a guy who thinks 250 gold per person is pocket change, who needs help clearing his house of monsters. So we could go back there and clear another room.
Thanks, but
Seems
I
weird,
think
though.
it's more pressing to keep people from harm.
I want to see these plants walking around.
With my knowledge of, well, I suppose I wouldn't know that much. Do I know any plants in my history research that move?
You could make a nature check.
Nature checkaroo.
Could I make an Arcana check in relation to magical plants?
Not particularly. It's more of a nature thing.
Can I check my compendium?
Your compendium.
Compendium.
There's very little about plants in the compendium, actually.
No. Nothing
Um,
about them mushrooms.
but Xander, with that nature check, you do know something about the plants of the world. You know about the myconids, who are a species of sentient mushrooms. I mean, that's kind of your specialty, mushrooms. But you know about blights? Blights are like small little plant fellas who go around and generally cause trouble. I mean, there could be all sorts of things. There's assassin vines, shambling mounds. Most plants that are sapient tend to be fairly dangerous.
Okay. I will just relay possible suggestions to the group as mentioned.
They like to grab people. A lot of them have the ability to poison. You know, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Orion would basically his mage hands would be writing all this down in his notebook.
Yeah.
He's scratching his chin. He's just like, okay. Well, as interesting as it would be to pursue these walking plants, I feel that it's more pressing that people on the roadways, aren't being waylaid and possibly killed by whatever's out there.
Oh.
I have been doing the thinking, and the thinking says we should go and help the people on the Western Road because we don't want them to get the knocking on the head, yeah?
Indeed.
Well, if the three of you want that, I mean, I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
It's at least not the swamp.
So is that 3 votes for the Western Road then, or 2?
I believe that's 3.
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
the third? Because we have Orion.
Orion, Perseverance, and Xander.
Okay, which means the other 3. What are you guys voting for?
Flux said swamp. Hubris said wanted to go for money.
I see.
Volbidian hasn't voted.
Well, in that case, with the votes split as they are, we're doing the roadway today.
Yeah.
Let's go the roadway. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Volbidian in the last minute. Yes, the most popular one. Yes, I win.
Yes, yes, yes. Aha! Steven, listen to me. Always win.
What's your idea in first place?
Well, in that case, we are gonna have to take a look at our handy dandy map.
Map.
And let's see. So we go along this way. And of course, the Western Road is quite a winding one. Who is going to be the Pathfinder for this adventure?
We can athletics
well,
if needed.
Yeah, I don't have any proficiencies, so it's either who's got stealth, athletics, or survival.
Valvidian has 5 in survival and 4 in stealth.
I have nothing.
Same.
So,
Looks like it's going to be Volbidian or Perseverance then.
going to athletics or survival then?
I'm happy with either or any.
You go for it.
Alright.
Nice.
Oh, with a 20 survival. That is, yeah, you're doing okay. So then the next question is, there are a few different places you can look while you're going along the Western Road. You can just stick to the road if you so like, right over the river and all. You could head up into the forest. That's a bit north of the Western Road, and take a route through there. Or if you're feeling particularly brave, you could also brave the upper echelons of the swamp.
Does anybody have any suggestions on what they would like to do before
Not
I just make a random
walking
choice?
swamp. That's my.
There's
It does
nothing-
not come out of my fur.
Ah, the swamp is the fine, yeah?
Ugh.
It's good for your skin. That's why my
No.
skin, it is the radiant and the bright. That's why I have so many shiny tattoos, yeah?
Larissa's fur just like puffs up like when cats are really angry.
It is fine, the kitty of the cat, and pats you on the head.
Oh God.
So, above board, did we figure out where the where along the road the majority of the attacks were taking place?
I don't think so.
Not yet. No, just anyone travelling across the Western Road, either going out to the sort of shore or the edge of the continent, or over to Fairhill, has been assaulted, attacked.
Okay, so it is quite literally this entire length of road.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, Orion is still just kind of scratching his chin as they're walking. He's like, well, I mean, we haven't gotten any information in regards to where along the road they've been hit. I don't think traipsing down towards the swamp or into the forest too much is going to provide any useful information until we have another lead.
What was the second choice, Kenrain? You said there was
there's the forest as well, where Alfsidia lies.
I believe that was the second choice. So that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go toward house. Did you?
Good to me.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, off towards the forest. Yes. So let's see exactly how your journey goes right after we get some good old traveling music. Excellent. So the beginning of the day is very quiet. You leave the rolling farmsteads behind, and you actually see that the presence of sort of the military is being felt more strongly as usual. While a lot of the soldiers who did come over to Bear Hill were entrapped inside the fallen sphere with a lot of other heroes, some of the outriders, remainders of the Black Company, as well as sort of volunteers from the Western armies and the Iron Wolves, have all sort of banded together to create like a pseudo outriders, a group of like patrolmen who are essentially doing their best to stave off the current heightened aggression that has been reported from beasts of late. So yeah, it's fairly quiet until you get off the road and head off into the forest, where the day sort of goes on, passes about as far as it can go, and as it begins to get dark, you come across a rather odd sight. Now, some of you have been to Alfsidia recently and didn't see this when you were going in this direction last time. There is a house. This house is somewhat dome-shaped, and it appears to be sort of built into the side of a tiny hillock. Outside of the house, there are sort of ropes hanging down with all manner of charms and strange occult iconography sort of just around.
Would that be an Arcana or a religion check to figure out what the symbolism means?
An Arcana check or a religion check, actually, whichever you're better at, would be suitable for this. Ooh. Oh, look at all those Arcana checks. Ooh.
Probably should have done religion just for the sake of flavor.
Bob Bidion's like,
It's an atheist.
I don't know nothing.
No,
shit.
mate.
So half the party is like, wait a second, as yes, the outside of this hut appears to be decorated, almost adorned with different kinds of warding trinkets. There's wards against demons, there's wards against celestials, there's wards against the fae, there's wards against elementals, and all manner of other creatures. It appears to just be whoever owns this place knows their business when it comes to how to ward off different kinds of creatures.
Do the charms look like they've been made from, like, let's just say, like a witch or a hag, or is it just, you know, just the standard kind of wards and trinkets?
I mean, you do know things about witches and hags, given your upbringing. This does seem quite witchy to you. All of the charms are made out of, like, tiny animal bones and other sort of a bit more macabre, you might say, trinkets.
Ah, look at the mighty fine pretty trinkies, yeah? I'm just gonna knock on the door.
Was this here before? No.
Well, while Xander proceeds to blunder towards the door, Orion would basically be walking up to the nearest one and, well, he'll be scribing down notes of what he sees. He's like, okay, maybe I could cross-reference this later for
Yeah, that's fine.
For what kind of magic it could be, or
Uh,
what kind of procedure it would be to make it.
Are any of them for fiends?
Oh yeah, there's some charms against fiends, but you specifically being a, despite how strong-blooded the your ancestors' blood is in your tiefling heritage, you are still technically counted as native to this realm. As such, they would not affect you.
I think Clarissa will still be a little hesitant, like kind of around the fringes rather than wanting to get too close.
Naturally.
Good to know.
So you march on up to the door, Xander, despite Perseverance's protests, and
I awkwardly follow along.
I'm assuming you're going to give the door a big old knock.
Yeah.
It takes a while, but the door eventually opens, and on the other side you see a middle-aged woman with sort of long shocks of auburn hair, which seems to be going grey in places, and she looks up at you with sort of these smooth hazel-coloured eyes. Hello.
Ah, good day, young, fine, powerful witch lady. I am the Xander Titus, and these are my companions. We have come just to say the hellos, and just to see how you are the doings, and admiring the shiny trinkets on your house, yeah?
She smiles the very moment you call her young. Oh, I do like your manners. Perhaps you would like to come in with your companions and have something to drink.
That would be the mighty kind of you, yeah?
Excellent. Please come in.
I would
Right.
internet check, but I suck
Host.
at those.
I enter.
Plug is too naive.
Fine.
Is anyone staying outside?
Unless Orion was immediately called to, or jostled from his intrigue, he basically is going from each and every room, each and every ward and trinket, and just writing notes.
Oh, fair enough. I think you're left outside in that case.
Valvidian's also staying outside with the baby, Chauncey and Chandler.
Fair enough. That makes sense. So those of you who do go inside, you see a large, round lounge area with one door heading off to one side. At the back there is an open archway which leads into a humble-looking kitchen, and there is a set of stairs leading up to a second floor, which at the moment is currently being blocked by a crocodile who is currently just lying just across the stairs. This lounge area, while having a large circular table in the centre and some very comfy looking rocking chairs around it, is also filled with all manner of shelves stacked to the brim with strange reagents in jars. She sort of gestures to the table. Please make yourselves seated. I will get the tea.
Yeah. Thank
Great.
you kindly.
Plug is next to the crocodile, points at it and said, "Does it have a name?"
She sort of turns her head and gives the crocodile a sort of almost a disdainful look. Oh yes, many names. That one. Many names. As she stalks into the kitchen.
Excellent.
Well,
I-
Any
By the
names?
way-
Can I make a some sort of check to understand why she said that, or is that just her disdainfully?
You mean without any extra context? I don't think you could.
Hmm.
Just gives it a disdainful look.
I turn to Xander and quietly say, "You said a witch?
Yeah, definitely the
Quiet,
witch.
quiet."
Oh, sorry, I need to do the quiet talk, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah. As you guys sort of look over the rest of the room, you see there is a a grandfather clock as well, but it doesn't appear to be ticking. As well as various other sort of memorabilia. There's a broomstick, a a whole bunch of black cloaks on sort of pegs, and oddly enough, you see there are a pair of helmets in amongst all of the coats on the coat rack. They look they're like half-lidded, like skull cap style helmets with like bronze bits that drop down around the eyes. Look a bit odd.
I want a divine sense here. Um, yeah, I'll divine sense.
Okay.
Don't mind.
Your eyes light up as you sort of channel your divine sense, and you sense no fiends, no undead, no celestials. So
Now that I think of it, the wards should have tipped me off to that, but never mind.
yeah.
Sanders is going to check the reagents, just see if there's anything interesting.
There's a lot of body parts, like eyeballs and things. Although they're a bit too small to be humanoid.
Okay, the standard stuff then.
Yeah, eye of newt, wing of bat, that sort of thing.
That's fine. He's going to then pet the crocodile.
The crocodile sort of just lies there, doesn't move.
Excellent. I should call you the Snappy Snap.
He sort of accepts the pets. And she then comes back in with a large tray with an enormous teapot and several mugs, which he puts down in the centre of the table. She sits down at one of the rocking chairs and begins to pour herself out some tea.
I shall sniff the tea.
It smells fruity.
Fruity tea. Nice. Well,
So, lady, have you made a bunch of enemies? Why do you need wards against absolutely everything?
First of all, my name is not Lady.
Plugs grin.
now, little person, pats him on the head. Got to be the polite, yeah? She's a young lady, and should be the respect, yeah?
I'm sorry.
I
That is
suppose
divine.
it is not really your fault, is it? I should have introduced myself and asked for your names as well. You may call me Alma.
I'm Pluck.
Pleased to meet you. Perseverance.
Honestly, I didn't know if you were someone whose name is so powerful that would like turn me to stone or something.
She laughs a bit at that. Oh dear. If I had such a name, do you really think I would give it out so freely? You, of all people, should know that.
Well, yes, but still. Can't hurt to be cautious. I mean, if someone knows anything about caution, it would be you.
She then turns her gaze towards Larissa. What about you, Tabaxi?
Well, after this lovely talk about why it's smart not to speak names, I'm feeling less interested in sharing mine.
Oh, don't be like that. We're talking about manners.
Is your name
Right.
a word of power, my dear? If so, then yes, best to keep it to yourself.
I suppose it's not. Fine. My name is Larissa. It's interesting to meet you. I haven't been surrounded by so many dismembered things in a few years.
She pauses.
Uncomfy.
Larissa. So you are not a Tabaxi then?
Why would you say that?
Your name does not follow their conventions. Were you raised outside of Tabaxi lands, perhaps?
It's a pretty small place north of Mirage. I'm sure you haven't really heard of it. There's not a lot going on in that village.
I've been many places, my dear.
Great.
She sort of squints, but doesn't seem to pick up any extra details as she sort of relaxes and sits back, seemingly content with the fact that you simply didn't grow up amongst any tabaxi.
I'm going to keep my arms folded and my hands inside my robe and use Mage Hand to interact with anything in this house.
Very smart.
Thank you.
And then she turns towards Xander. And you, I already know your name. People were calling it as you were approaching my door. Xander.
The voice, it travels far.
Yes, I could hear you coming for quite a ways. But, well, as she begins to sip on her tea, surely you did not bother me just to have pleasantries, hmm? Most people shy away from the abode of a witch, and given that most of you have, well, at least some measure of spellcasting, you must have known what you were walking into. So I am curious, what exactly is it that you desire of me?
Well,
I looked at
was
Xander
the,
expectantly. Sorry.
I have never seen a powerful witch like yourself have so many of the little the trinkies, yeah? I was just curious. And besides, it is not a place I've seen before.
To answer the question of your rather spry-looking friend, I keep of many wards simply because I know what is dangerous to me.
That is the smart.
How much or what would it cost for a type of magic consultation? I assume you're powerful enough to know things.
She cranes her head towards you. A consultation of what exactly?
I have something that's been affected by a curse, and I need to know what it will take to break it.
She sort of interlaces her fingers together into an arch that sort of like sits in front of her. As it happens, curses are my specialty. I could do such a thing in exchange for a favor.
What kind of favor?
That depends on the amount of work I would have to do.
But you will tell me the price before you do the work, and if I say no, then keep the curse as is. Yes?
That seems agreeable to me, paranoid one.
I use Mage Hand to reach into my bag, and I pull out a little case, set it on the table, open it, and then lift out this little blue frog with black stripes, and hold it up to her.
And what am I looking at right now?
An elf.
An elf. Oh,
Yes.
that is interesting. She croons her neck even closer to sort of eye the frog up closely. Oh yes, someone certainly is having a bad time in there. Not that they know it, of course.
Oh, from the last druid that I traveled with, I've been assured that he does know it, and he knows a lot of expletives, so at least a few years ago, he was still sentient.
I could try to restore this elf of yours. It would require a ritual. That would take me some time to gather the reagents for, which is perfect. Because the thing that I would ask you to do might take you a while.
And what is it?
There is a particular gentleman, a lord actually. He once owned a grand keep in these lands. A keep quite far from here, but still within the Heartlands. Unfortunately, this keep burned down, and him along with it. However, my magic tells me that his spirit remains. I would ask that you go to this place and destroy his spirit utterly in such a way that it could never return.
Would this change my nature in any way?
I can't
Or does
imagine
that-
so. Little bit of ghost slaying, that's all I ask.
Are you able to detect magic?
Of course, dear.
Would you look at me real fast and tell me whether there's going to be some sort of feedback or complications in dealing with?
She sort of waves her hand to cast a spell, looks over you. Oh, well, perhaps your own magic might get in your way, but I imagine it does that a lot.
Surprise! Gestures with mage hand, and frog. Yes, it does.
Well, now, apart from your own issues, you should be fine.
Okay. Then I'll do it if you know where.
Yes, far to the northeast you will find it. Halfway between the lands these humans have made and the lands where elves roam. You cannot miss it. A charred ruin atop a hill. It is there that you will find the man you must destroy. But I would hold off for now. As you are, I dare say you might get yourself killed.
Well, that's pretty much every day for me, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, well, I will keep Percival for now. Will you be here, or...
No, but believe me, if you need to find me, you'll find me.
Okay. And I'll put him back in the container, close it, and drink some of the tea.
So while everyone inside is having some tea and listening to this, are Volbidian and Orion doing much outside?
Well, given his knowledge of wards and stuff like that, would he be aware of any particular magics that might be on these wards that would prevent physical interaction?
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless you're one of the things that they're trying to ward against, of course.
Well, he goes from each one to take his notes, and he stops on whichever one happens to be the most unique in terms of its actual construction.
Sure.
He kind of gets overcome with giddy because he's like, "Ooh, never seen anything like this before," and he reaches out and touches it.
Okay, yeah, you come up to something that looks like a strange metallic spindle with a lot of odd shapes coming out of it, and as you touch it, you don't feel anything really. Obviously not designed to do anything to people like you.
Fair enough. He turns over, finally realizing that, the only other person out here is Volbidia, and he goes, "Have you ever seen anything like this?"
No. No, I have not.
Fair.
Looks a little bit dangerous. That's why I'm not in there.
Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, I kind of got taken up by... he just gestures to everything around him. All of these. It's been a while since I've seen wards constructed like this. Last time I saw anything like this, it was back in my mother's old tower.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not something I'm used to seeing myself. I'm not really sure what to make of it, but better to keep Steven out of harm's way as much as I can. Pat Steven on the head.
Steven is what again?
Steven is a baby we found the last session.
Yep.
And my new son. Yeah.
Is a
Like
baby.
an actual infant?
Yes, it's a baby
Human
infant.
infant.
Yep.
It is a human infant.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
They
Wearing
found a
bunny
baby.
onesie.
Yes, he does have a bunny onesie.
It's a baby
Oh,
that
Ryan
we
looks over at the small child and is like, "Wait, I just not realized you have an infant with you.
Yes, so
You,
what?
you brought an infant on what could potentially be a combat infested mission.
Volbidian holds his shield up in front of the baby. I got this, don't worry.
I should also add that the rabbit onesie that the infant is wearing is also made out of rabbit pelts because, yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan is just kind of, he's got like this quizzical smile on his face, like, really?
What?
It's like, I mean, to each their own, but all right.
Steven needs to see the world. Just better to let it be.
I suppose so.
If worse comes to worse, we got Chauncey and Chandler here to get him out of harm's way. And Pat's his horses on the donkey and horse.
Just above board, what exactly is what is Neon again?
A
He
Volbidian.
is a Verdin. A
Yeah.
Verdan, yeah. It's like half goblin, half human.
Oh, so he's a demi-goblin.
Essentially, yeah.
Demi-goblin.
Nice. Okay. Orion, he sits there, he notes the child, and he looks over to Dion and goes, You're not a goblin, are you?
Ooh, I don't know exactly what I am, to be honest. I am Volbidian, and that's all that matters to me.
How do you... Okay, fair enough, never mind. I guess I don't have very much room to talk myself. I mean, the stuff I figured out about my heritage came, again, much like most of my stuff from my mother. Apparently, he looks at his hands, which are, a lightish gray. Half drow, apparently.
We all come from weird places. To be honest, I was raised actually in these forests, but nobody needs to know that really.
Okay, fair enough. I'll keep that to myself if that's something you don't wish discussed amongst the others.
If it comes up, it comes up.
All right then.
So, I think by this time, is there any other business that the people inside the house have with Alma?
Really? No.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
But Xander is going to whisper it to her so the others don't hear him.
Xander, who's famous for having an inside voice. Yes, go on.
Yes, about a certain person he's looking for.
She shakes her head. I'm afraid not.
Ah, the pity. Well, it was worth the try. But this is a nice house you have here.
Yes. I do hope I come across you lot again at some point. But, yes.
We will leave you to the tea drinking.
You guys finish up your tea, and she sort of waves as you exit. Do have fun with whatever it is you're doing today, adventurers.
Good day to you too! And he waves.
Alright. The lot of you gather up and leave the witch's hut behind. And soon it gets very dark indeed. You're gonna have to camp.
We could make a camp if everybody wants to, or we can be ballsy and take a chance at it. Take turns watching.
I mean, I think we should take watches anyway with survival.
Oh, you could
Well-
have a safe camp.
Yep, I know.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
May as well take a safe camp.
It's not quite as safe as the camp action you get for using stealth, but it does mean that if there is an encounter, you are much better prepared for it.
Yeah, we can always still take watches as well.
All right. I
Mhm.
guess we are making camp then.
Nice.
Camping!
Use up one of
Yeah,
your
but we-
5 travel actions to make a camp. And what watches are we having?
First
I'll
watch.
have
Rolex.
I'll- Second.
Waterproof watch. Digital. Pocket.
Digital. Analog.
Hate it. I just clicked.
Sundial.
Just ticked.
Well,
Right.
I am
If
upset.
it's all the same with you, I'd like to actually sleep tonight.
that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
Who's on third watch?
I'll say that I was that Orion was.
Okay. Just you, huh?
I
That's
guess.
Fine.
That's
That is perfectly fine. As dear Lord, you are resting up, sort of by the campfire, taking notes as you do, keeping track of all the things that have happened throughout the day. As being the inquisitive fella that you are, you like to make sure that everything that you've experienced can be properly processed. Now, it is after an extended period of silence, as the sun is almost beginning to rise, that you hear the bells at the edge of camp ring gently, and only briefly.
Orion immediately reaches he retracts his spell book from his mage hands, which vanish instantly. He places it to his side. He conjures up a mind sliver in his hand, and he calls out, "Bells went off. Someone's here."
I can have some perception checks from the rest of the group.
I'm so pleased with that one.
Marvelous.
Damn it!
Oh, double ones!
Double
I know,
hot-
and with my bonus, technically they would be zeros, but you can't get worse than a crit fail.
That is fantastic.
Well
Um,
done.
So, Pluck, Perseverance, and Larissa are all just snoozing. Volbidian and Xander, you guys are both awoken by the noise as... let's set the scene here. So, we're going to have some... tentus? Old tents. In the centre, there is the campfire, looking a bit like someone flipping you off.
Rude.
There we go.
It's flipping me the bird.
And because you use the survival action, basically you've got yourself somewhere quite well sheltered, sort of like in the nook of like an outcropping or something, and the sort of forest trails off this way, trees sort of going off in this direction, and you've got yourself like a perimeter of ropes with bells sort of tied around them, just throughout the tree line to keep the camp safe, essentially. And yeah, so from over here you heard the jingle jangle jingle jangle. We'll have Orion over here, Xander, and Volbidian. Other folks can be sleeping. What do exactly?
Well, we've got to do the most Sander thing,
Yeah.
which is literally, wake up!
Alright, everyone can make another check.
Wait, who woke up to begin with? I'm sorry, I missed that.
It was just
You
me.
and Xander.
Yes!
Okay, okay.
I failed again!
Amazing.
Amazing.
Perseverance gets up this time.
Damn it.
Actually, you're
Very
right.
asleep.
I recognise that voice from
So
anywhere.
that's what you're doing for the time being, Xander. What about you, Volbidian?
I will use message on Pluck to wake him up.
Okay, and Orion, what are you doing?
He's basically going to position himself right about here, so he has line of sight of where the noise came from. And he's basically going to he's just cycling through the spells in his head. He's got his magic missile and his catapult ready just in case he spots something. Basically, the first thing that he sees that isn't friendly is either getting a rock to the face or a magic missile to the face.
Excellent. Well, in that case, something rears said. Damn it. I said. That'll do.
Cleared.
A gleaming endowment.
God.
Oh, a gleaming endowment. Oh, the Black Shuck. Oh no. The Black Shuck has donated $1.39.
Who's getting cursed this second?
Apparently, he's going to come swiggity swoogity for those booties.
Oh, no.
Dear Lord. Yeah, so sort of emerging from the tree line, Orion, you see a very pale man. He has the ends of his arms are like a crimson colour and end in like long nails. He's wearing sort of torn clothing, and you notice that the area around his mouth is also crimson coloured. He stares at you with red eyes. Ah, you look
Well-
so warm.
Well, my Arcana check probably doesn't tell me what the hell this thing is,
No.
but I can tell that this thing's probably not friendly.
Come, my friend. Please. Let us speak. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, okay.
Before
mind.
you
Ignore it.
before you start throwing magic missiles, he does get the chance to say that. Oh, good. Whatever thing he just tried to use on you doesn't work.
Yes, at which point, Orion goes, "Not when you try and do that," and then magic missiles.
Alright, in that case, we're rolling initiative. Da-da-da-da! Click your tokens.
Now, the question is,
Woo!
would message wake up a sleeping person?
If
Ye-
it's a
a
message
whisper.
crow,
I will say yes, as Volbidian sort of casts his spell, and I wish I had an effect to make my voice echo like I was in a cave. But basically, you hear message, message, message echo through your head.
chorus of message birds.
That's always the message bird.
Alright, let's see how this affects my initiative. Yeah. This is the worst way to wake up.
Question regarding the Jack of all trades. Should my initiative be 20 instead of 19? Because I don't know how to add that to my roll.
It should be 20, yes.
Okay.
Because you add half your proficiency to all ability checks. Initiative is a dexterity check, so it counts as an ability check for that purpose.
And then do you want me to put an initiative
Oh,
and
yeah.
roll perception on my turns, or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wait until...
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. Oh, well, you know what? That's That's pretty representative,
That's where
isn't
I
it?
belong.
Yes. Stay
Good night.
where you belong. So then, this fella doesn't quite look right to you, Orion.
He just tried to do something to my brain, and I'm not appreciating that.
Indeed.
So he's fucking with my brain. Quid pro quo, bitch.
Let's see. Quid pro quo, of course, naturally. We'll go for this one.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, okay. So, an intelligence save DC 14. Let's actually remind myself what exactly you're dealing with right now. Because this fella is not a average encounter, as the 20 roll might suggest.
It's fine.
Ooh, that's not bad. Okie dokie. Alright, fails the save, takes 3 psychic damage, and has
-2 on his next save.
-2 on his next save. Lovely.
As my free action, Orion calls out, "We got trouble out here!"
His turn. Shoof. He, just with unnatural speed, closes the gap between you, and is going to, first of all, try and smack you with one of his claws. Ooh, yes.
That just hits.
So he reaches forward, but you expect that you are going to be like slashed by his claws, but instead he just grabs you.
Oh shit.
You then see he opens his mouth and reveals a pair of particularly long fangs. Nom! Bites down on your neck.
No.
As, yes. He gets you with his bite.
Oh shit.
So,
Oh, this is not good.
16 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh.
Can you make me a charisma saving throw, please, as it bites you? Oh, you sod! You save 15 saves, and that also means your hit point maximum isn't reduced either.
Okay, cool.
You do see though that as he slurps up your blood, that the wounds you dealt him have healed over. Volbidian, you hear Orion sort of
All right. Let's see what we got here. We'll make a movement up to here. And remind me again, I can use a cantrip and a spell in the same turn or no?
If the spell you cast is a bonus action, you can cast a cantrip afterwards. Yes.
All right, I will cast Healing Word then, real quick on. God, why can't I think of these names right now? You know who? There you
Orion,
go. We'll do
yeah.
that. We'll do level 1. There you go.
Yay. So that's how much?
10.
10. Sweet. Okay.
And then on top of that, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
That life domain though. Okie dokie then. I think dexterity is probably. Oh yeah. He likes dexterity. He does.
What is? Oh, my spell's not coming through for some reason. There you go.
Okey-dokey.
Remember, he takes a -2 to his next save.
So he does. In that case, I will lower it to a simple +2. Does I think a 14 does save, doesn't it? Just barely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah. He manages to maneuver himself around Orion's sort of body over to like here, to like dance out of the way of your flame while still keeping a hold of him. And yeah, you've used your movement and your bonus, so we then go to Xander.
Allah. So, let us, let me walk up to this lovely jolly chappy.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I believe symbiotic entity is a main action. So, what I'll have to do is cast symbiotic entity to give me some temp hit points, and then I'm going to bop it on the head.
Is it an action?
It might be. I'm sure it was an action.
Well, you know what? I can very easily check. So let's see.
Google foo.
Symbiotic entity. As an action, you expend a use of your wild shape to awaken the spores. So that does mean you won't be able to attack on the same turn.
Fine, I will then, as a bonus action, cast Shillelagh.
Alright, so you awaken your symbiotic entity, which means you can use your reaction to attack him with it on the start of his turn, and you get your snake staff awakened.
Snake is ready.
Snake.
Snake.
Yes. Let me help you, master. It doesn't actually speak, but I just wanted to do a snake voice.
That's fine.
Perseverance. You haven't got your armor on because you've been sleeping,
No.
but you are awake.
Did I have a chance to grab my shield?
Oh yeah, you can easily grab your shield and your sword.
Oh, perfect. Then I will head out to here. Gonna take a swing.
You just like leap up and you're like, "No, get over here. Go."
This is a practice maneuver. I say as I crit one.
Let's see it. Let's see that crit one. Oh,
Damn
you
it.
get him.
I'm gonna throw a divine smite into this.
Oh. Oh yeah. The
And
divine smite.
Channel Divinity, Inspiring Smite. Orion, do you want to take 8 temporary hit points? I'll take the other
Yes. Yes, please.
Oh, you can split up the hit points as well.
8. It's a pool of hit points.
That
Red.
that inspiring smite is really good. Damn.
The only downside is it doesn't scale at all.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe I'll look into that because all effects should scale really, especially if it's a class feature. But yeah, you drive your blade into the creature imbued by holy light, and it shrieks in such a manner that like you think your ears are about to bleed. And you get the impression that it's no longer too bothered about Orion anymore, as it gives you a hateful glare. Pluck, you have been awoken.
Yeah,
Good news.
he's groggily awake since he's like the weird melee. Takes a stumble forward. He's like, I was trying to sleep.
And a 15 on that witch bolt does unfortunately just barely miss. Oh god.
Whoa.
Oh.
Repeating attack spell description, huh?
Forbidden, what happened?
I clicked the spell description and did nothing. I was
Oh.
just curious.
I see.
Oh, my spell description, you mean?
It's one of those quirks of Roll20, I
Huh.
think. But it's
Yeah,
unfortunate the
well.
witch bolt does just barely miss.
Well, got no bonus action that would make any sense, I think. Nah, not me.
Nah. Okay. Larissa, you can make me a perception check to see if all of this noise. Nope.
God, cat out for days.
I was even going to let you make that with advantage, but ooh,
Not happening.
The game says no.
you're just like you just in the background. You're just snoring over all the
I
combat.
need my 20 hours of sleep, guys.
She is a cat.
Important.
Sleep
Yeah.
most of the time.
I'm preparing my shocking grasp.
Just get a bucket of water. Everyone knows cats hate that, or a cucumber even.
Oh my.
Orion,
Oh my.
I didn't
Okay,
mean it like that, you weirdos.
All right. Would me casting a spell at this range, I'm still grappled, right?
At the moment, yes. Which means currently your speed is 0. You'd have to use your action to make a acrobatics or athletics check to escape. You can still cast spells. If you cast a spell, however, which is a ranged attack, then you'll have disadvantage to hit.
What if it is just a save DC?
Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing
Okay,
about the rules that say you can't.
I'm catapulting a log from the fire into this dude.
I see. Log time. Oh, a 14!
Oops, sorry.
Oh, damn.
Is
No.
that half damage with catapult then?
I believe it is.
Might
does
be
any
no-
damage when you save, actually.
It might do no damage, yes.
Give me a moment.
Actually,
Let me
none.
check. Let me check.
Fail save, the object strikes the target and stops moving.
On a fail save, the target. The object strikes the target and stops moving.
Okay then.
Strike
No damage.
something. Yep. Okay, well,
So the log flies out of the fire. He ducks under it with inhuman reactions. And then, let's go with you, Orion. Turning towards Perseverance and going for a claw attack, grabbing him. And then going for the bite. Nom! That's a miss.
That reminds me.
You son of a bitch. He takes 1 necrotic damage from the Halo
One
spores.
damage.
Despite his best efforts, Perseverance, you manage to ram your shield against him as he tries to find purchase against you to bite your vital areas. But
You want me to say hello?
Volbidian.
Yeah. Let me get off mute. We're gonna start it off with some vicious mockery.
Yeah, you viciously mock him. Let's do it.
A wet cat is tougher than you. And alright.
Your words don't even reach him as he's too busy trying to eat the paladin.
Oh, sigh. And then I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Perseverance.
A good call.
Perfect.
Alright then. So, Xander. You may bop.
Bad zombie.
Bad zombie.
Oh, no bad zombie.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you go for a big old swing, and this creature's thrashing and flailing limbs are a little hard to hit, as, yeah, he's definitely a wily boy.
He's a wily boy. Do I have any bonus spells? Don't think I do.
Oh.
No. Well, I do have a healing one, but I think we're fine at the moment, so...
Yeah.
Yep, okay, that's my turn.
Alright, Perseverance.
Alright, I'm going to try and break this grapple. This boy needs to learn personal space.
Not with a 12, you don't.
What's the inspiration die again?
I believe that is 1d6 at this level.
Aye.
Yeah.
Ooh. A 16, huh? Yeah. A 16 gets you out of trouble, you lucky bugger.
Yeah, I just break the grapple and just say, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Well, lad.
You see that this fella who has very sort of gaunt, pale features and has blood literally all over his mouth responds by just like opening his mouth wider and like trying to bite over your shield. Pluck.
Alright. How about we try this again? Stop! Stop! Stop!
Just no. Ooh.
Nay.
Old person. Pluck. I'll allow you to make a religion check before you do this.
Yeah. I'm not allowed. Bad idea to do this. Well.
Okay.
Nope.
Unfortunately, Pluck doesn't know any better as you throw the hold
can I use
person.
my inspiration.
You can use your inspiration, sure.
I'm using my inspiration to give him advantage on that check.
In that case, you see the spell that he's casting, and you're like, wait, Pluck! It's not going to work! As this creature, while it is humanoid in shape, is an undead, and thus would not be subject to hold person. Do you change
Oh,
your
alright.
decision?
Good to know that the spell does not tell me this, unless I missed it.
It just says a humanoid. So the humanoid typing is given to, well, humanoid-shaped creatures, whereas this one has the undead typing.
Oh. Oh, it's the whole monster that would have worked on him. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, well, fine. Like, you know what? I should have not deviated from my initial plan. Just
The witch bolt
Not that-
misses
not that it worked.
again! No!
not that it worked anyway.
Oh no!
Well. That's what you get for waking me up, assholes. Enjoy. Have fun. My spells are all missing.
Oh dear God. Larissa, make me a. Hey, you're awake.
Oh, great. I guess it's going to be one of those days, isn't it?
You peek your head out of the tent and you see,
All right.
yeah,
Perfect.
big old combat.
Then I'm going to take a sip of my flask. Oh, maybe I actually have a roll for that. I don't. Okay. Oh, I do. Or I don't. Okay, fine. Roll 1d4.
It doesn't want to give you
Four.
the things.
Excellent. So I wake up, roll out of the bedroll, take a swig, get the bonus up,
Excellent.
and let's see how far away we are. Yeah, we'll just stand in front of the tent. That's close enough for now.
Okie dokie then. Orion, you are no longer being grappled by the beast.
Okay. If I move out of range, he's going to get advantage. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna move back to here, and that's going to incur the attack of opportunity.
Yep, and he misses.
Beautiful. Okay, so with that, I'm going to magic missile him.
Magic missile. Lovely. 3s across the board. The darts of force leap out from your fingertips and explode on the creature's back. And despite the pain that you just inflicted upon it, it's still trying to eat the paladin, who, grappled by it, is now going to receive 1 bite.
Oh no.
Wait, I thought I broke the grapple.
Broke the grapple.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, well in that case, that's going to be the claw. Hold that damage, because we'll see if the bite gets you this time. As it'll hit you with the claw, be like, grabby, grabby, and then it's going to go for the bite. Hey! Which does 15 damage. Can you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Again.
Let us see.
Oh, 2 damage.
I'll inspiration it.
Good thing that you did, because things might have gotten a little nasty for you there. Points from Halo of Spores, and he dealt 7 with the necrotic, so he heals up a little bit as well. Yes, you do not fall under the sway of whatever magic he's trying to use upon you, but he is now, firmly bitten into you, exactly where he wishes to be. Orbidian.
Lobidian's going to take a step up, and we are going to try and stab this thing.
Yes, yes. Oh, you get him.
Perfect.
You sort of leap forward and give him a good old dink in the side.
And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Oh, wait, let me give a bardic inspiration to perseverance. Oh, again, can I do that?
Alright, nice.
Alright.
So, perseverance, you get a little bit extra inspired in as we go to Xander.
Alright then.
Big elephant moon.
We'll do this again, but with feeling.
Yay! Show that his neck.
It'd be like, bad, ghouly, bitey man! And then we do strike. Oh, what? Jesus.
I mean, every bop's a little bit of a bop. You know what I'm saying?
Between... Oh, that's symbolic sponsor strike. Okay, yep. Okay, I guess that's my turn.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Perseverance.
Right, so there's no disadvantage to melee attacks while grappled, is there?
No.
Alright, in that case, look, if he really wants to get all nice and close to me, I suppose he can have it his way. Longsword.
Ooh. You reach up and sort of just stab into his side.
And Searing Smite.
Woohoo. Okay, so let's have the longsword damage as well.
Oh, yes.
Ouch. And let's see if he's good at making dexterity saving throws. Nope. So he takes 7 fire damage, and if he doesn't put out the fire, he will take an extra 5 later. As he begins to burn. Pluck.
Nope.
Oh, you got him.
Wait, how do I... Why did it not let me cast at second level? What the fuck?
I think you get that when you click the damage button.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you click
Well,
damage.
I hit him finally.
Yep.
Hooray.
You wind up your bolt of electricity. Ooh.
Stop moving!
19 points of damage. He absolutely feels that as it shrieks and lightning courses through its body. Larissa.
Alright, I'm going to fish into my bag and grab my little clay hand. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to cast this. 16, I still get my spell like I wanted, yes?
Yep. Fails his
Okay.
save.
Great, then he takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage. He's now restrained, which means his speed is 0. He doesn't have... we have advantage against him. I can't read this in my accent. And he has
fine.
disadvantage on dex saving throws.
So you literally have shards of earth reach up and like clamp his legs all the way up to his torso to keep him from moving. He sort of looks down, sort of wildly, as we go to Orion.
All right.
He's clutching at his own legs.
Orion briefly reaches up to his neck, pulls away the little bits of blood that are still on his hand. He grips his hand, and he grips his hand into a fist, as it glows in arcane blue, and he reaches out and hits him with a mind sliver.
A mind sliver. Well, yep, that certainly does it. The bolt of psychic energy like rips up through him, and you see that he is on the verge of destruction when he uses his action to turn into a cloud of mist and floats off into the night.
Suddenly, Xander turns to Perseverance, going, "You need the healing!" And I'll just
Fine.
quickly,
Thanks, though.
"It's fine. Take it."
It's appreciated.
Also, why are you not in the tin plate?
It takes a while to put on. Metal, it's not flexible.
Oh, I think it's very safe to sleep in it. It's like a tin sleeping bag, yeah?
It's like a sleeping bag if
It's not very comfortable.
It's made of discomfort.
That's
Good,
fine.
good job. And then just muttered to myself, "Well played for that."
Alright,
Also,
that was fun.
because I forgot before, I want to cast ceremony and make holy water.
Ooh, a good move. Create yourself some holy water.
Got to do that at any stage during my downtime.
I would like to use perception to look around the camp and make sure he's not staying anywhere close.
Sure, go ahead.
What role can I take to work out what that was?
Religion.
Religion.
Um,
I
Dame.
know nothing.
As for your check, Volbidian, you have the distinct impression that the creature has pissed off, for want of a better word.
Okay, good.
It has retreated, and is likely to need to lick its wounds for some time before it returns.
Would
Hey.
this be the adventurers getting attacked instance?
You're not sure. I mean,
Hmm.
you guys are travelers, and you certainly got attacked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do we have to chase this, or is this just us being unlucky and we have
We-
to still find the actual attackers?
We should take the rest
Okay.
of the night to do the sleepy sleeps, and then we do the investigating. We do the walkie walks and the sleepy steps.
You
Sleepy
got
sleep
this.
sounds great.
Based off of my check, would I be able to determine which way it went?
West.
West. Okay.
That's where you saw the mist going off to.
Let me go check on Steven.
Well, I'm going to go back and sleep.
That would be
Gideon is
the
a
wise.
teleport fey, huh?
Well thought, everyone.
Well, before Orion does anything else, he quickly scrawls out his notes on the encounter and of what he saw, and then he stays up for a little bit.
Okay.
Because he's still like checking out the wound on his neck, like, what the hell was that?
You don't feel any contaminants in your body, but yes, it does sting quite a lot.
Like, what? Ugh. That is. Ugh. Ugh. He shudders and then he makes his way to rest himself.
Aye. So the rest of the evening goes by. Not that there was much left of it. And you guys have to rest somewhat into the morning to catch up on basically the rest you didn't get during that hour you were awoken. But it is not too. You don't have to spend too much extra time, and you are soon off, out, and going to the other side of the forest before midday.
So since we took a little extra rest, we get all of our slots and resources back.
Yes. I can't imagine you'd move on without them, so it is
Especially after what just happened? Oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
While we're walking, Xander's gonna just use his trunk to like sniff out the air to see if there's anything unusual in the air, I guess.
Make me a perception check with advantage. Ooh. So, your exceptionally keen nose sort of sniff up into the air, and you do catch a rather gruesome scent. It is the scent of burning meat.
Xander will just like stop and pull his hand out, going, "Wait! I smell the burning of the flesh. That way," and he points with his nose.
Lead the way.
Fine, I shall lead the way.
Right. You head sort of southwest, further down towards the road, and you see off in sort of a rocky outcropping overlooking the road, there is a large fire that looks like it's been left. The fire itself has been built out of what looks to be the charred remains of a wagon, and sort of on spikes within the fire itself are humanoids.
Do they? I suppose they might be a bit too charred now, but do they look like the same creature that we encountered earlier?
No.
Okay.
There are two things of note here. The humanoids, I mean, there's not much of their clothing left, but they do look to be humans, elves, humans and elves mostly. And you also see that they've been half eaten. They're like, chomps, bites taken out of them.
Hmm.
And yeah, judging by the look of the ground, it seems like this place was a campsite not long ago.
Can I roll Arcana and see if there's any magical beast that could do this, or is it irrelevant?
I'm gonna save you the roll and just simply say it looks like someone built a campfire and impaled some people on it. You don't think there's much magic involved.
Hmm.
Well, this is probably what we're looking for then.
It is very messy.
Seems seems whatever we're fighting is a very messy messy little eater. Ugh.
How big are the bite marks?
They vary. Some of them look fairly small. Some of them look like the size of a medium creature, and then there's some which are certainly a bit too big for a creature of your size.
I point at one of the larger ones and say, "Not that little."
Is there any tracks leading from the camp?
You can make me a survival check with advantage, because they are fairly... Well, it's not like they were trying to hide their progress. Perhaps someone else would like to make that roll. Thank you,
yeah.
Dion.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dion.
I know a thing or two. I'm not great at it.
It's okay.
I know a thing. Just one.
I know
one
enough to
thing.
know what I don't know.
I know one thing, and it might
That's
be
the
how
first
this
step to
works out.
learning knowledge. So
So, Dion, yeah, you can follow these tracks. There's definitely a large creature and a few smaller ones.
All right. I guess we're gonna follow the tracks. Onwards, Chauncey. Kinda
You
kicks his
follow
mule.
the lead.
I'll follow the mule.
So you follow your goblin-looking companion, and as you go further down the road, you eventually get to a bridge that fords the river, and you see there's something sitting on the bridge, sort of looking a bit miserable. It's about 8 feet tall. It's got this very aquatic blue colour to it, sort of a very light blue colour, and it has like seaweed-like hair, a flat face with an enormous nose that sort of like juts downwards, and huge claws. Apart from its bleeding all over, it's sort of sat on the edge of the bridge with its feet dangling into the river, looking most upset.
Hmm.
Would I have any chance of knowing what this is?
This would be a nature or arcana.
Oh dear.
Oh, Orion and good old Larissa and Pluck recognise this as a scrag, which is
Ooh.
a better term for a sea troll or a water troll. They are
Oh.
highly regenerative, unless you douse them with fire, and generally live in sort of aquatic places.
Are they hostile as a rule, or
They're pretty foul-tempered and generally attack people that they see. But this one, you've never seen a troll look miserable before.
Orion slowly takes a step forward, like towards the creature, and he calls out to it. He's like, "Excuse me."
As you do that, the scrag, with its large, flat, webbed feet, like kicks at the water in the river, and a big old splash goes up in the air, and sort of almost sulking, it sort of turns its head away from you. What do you want?
You look injured. What happened to you?
Not injured. Not injured at all. You do see he is slowly regenerating, but there are obvious sort of signs of wounds on him.
I want to walk up and heal it.
Ooh. You whisper a soothing word, and its wounds close faster. It sort of looks over at you. Oh. Not met a nice goblin before.
Yeah, we're not all the same. Some of us are a little bit different. What happened, friend?
What are you doing?
Oh,
With
you
them?
know. Oh, you know, they're my traveling companions. They're good people.
He sort of frowns.
Don't attack you if
Travel.
you don't attack us.
Companion.
It's
we
like
do-
when
we're
there's a
friends.
bunch of you and you walk together and you fight things together.
We do the walkie-walkies like a tribe. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to it and put my hand on his hand and be like,
Friends. That's what we are.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna take out a ration and offer it to him.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
And I'll put the ration in his hand.
Go ahead, eat. It's good for you.
He nods and munches. Good.
Now,
Does,
me.
does that make us come captains? He sort of.
Yes,
You want to be?
at least you and I. And Steven.
Pat Steven on the head.
He's good. The rest of them, they're all good too. But, you know, just remember, we're all friends here right now.
All right.
Now, do tell, why is the face the upside down?
Wells, I live under the bridge, and I makes people pay to cross. But tried to stop some people crossing the bridge earlier this morning, and they beat me up, and then they ate me.
Oh.
But
Wait.
they didn't use fire, so I'll grow back.
Orion
That is horrifying.
Orion asks the creature if the creatures looked like basically, and he describes the creature that they had fought earlier.
No.
Wasn't that?
No.
What did they look like?
One real big man's. Real big head.
Mm-hmm.
Then some orcses and red orcses, or no, big red gob.
Big.
Okay.
Big red gobs, yeah. He sort of points at Volbidian, like him, but tall and red.
Would
Yeah,
I?
one day I'll get there.
Hobgoblin or bugbear?
Would I know what he was talking about?
It sounds like a hobgoblin to you.
Mm-hmm. Ah, the hobgoblin.
But why would Why would they attempt to eat you?
So he shrugs. No idea. Never been eaten by greenskins before. Normally it's a bear or a big cat.
This
Oh.
kind of thing happens to you multiple times.
Giant fish. I'm not very smart.
Yeah.
Things
It's
looks
okay.
tasty. I try to eat things. Sometimes I eat things. Sometimes things eats me. Or at least eats till they can't eat no more. Then they leave. And then I'll
Do
grow
you-
back.
Learn and remember the things that eats you so you don't try to eat them again next time.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good at least.
Do you have a name, friend?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. You can call me Reef Toes.
Reef
That
Toes.
is the best name. I
That is a
approve.
great name. Yes. So, Reef Toes, we are probably going to go fight these creatures and get some payback for you. Do you want to come with us?
He looks down timidly at his sort of like still regenerating arms and legs. Oh, dunno's. They's pretty scary. And it's at this point, Golbidian, that you can make a persuasion check to try and get him to come with you.
I would like to help him with that.
You can give him advantage, yeah?
Let me cast guidance real quick for that one. All right, we'll just add it afterwards. You said persuasion, right?
Persuasion, will do.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a very
Oh.
good roll. Now I also need to know, because we never give these things for free. What exactly are you saying to him?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Now, I will say for those of you who aren't familiar with my GMing style, obviously he's rolled really well, so there's a lot of things he can say and it will work. But as with all creatures and all characters, there are certain things that saying them will not help. In this case,
Ritos.
however, he's free to say mostly what he likes.
Since we're friends now, I think it's a great opportunity that I help you as a friend. But I don't think I can do it alone, so I could really use your help to
Oh.
take care of these things that got you, because I don't want to see you hurt.
He
friend.
stands up, right, with an almost like starstruck look in his eyes, and he kneels down so that, I mean, even with him kneeling down, you guys are not level really. But he gets close to you and like places his slimy hands on your shoulders. Are we combobulations?
We are the best combobulations.
He like
Nice.
he lifts you up and puts you on his shoulder. All right,
All right.
let's go.
All right, guys. Yeah, let's go get them. You guys ready?
Let's do the beating.
You're
All right,
going
then.
to have a whole menagerie by the time you're done. You know this, yes?
If it's what the gods want.
Okay.
Orion leans over to Larissa and goes, "Does he normally pick up strays like this?"
In last mission, he got the baby and the foal.
I
I don't know what to tell you.
It has a name. It is Chauncey
Sorry.
or Chandler.
Chandler, the foal, and Stephen, the infant,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Reef Toes, the scrag, are all his new friends in the 2 missions we've done together.
What an exciting band of people, yeah?
Only
Yes.
the best.
Very. Yes.
Indeed.
basically this was being said while we're moving, so
Yeah. So, you head onwards with River Toes, the scrag, by your side. And I do like how all the trolls you've met so far have some form of digit in their names.
Of course.
Like,
Soup finger.
yeah,
two
soup.
fingers.
We love soup fingers.
All hail Suit Fingers.
So, yeah, you go along Valbidian, you get a ride on River Toes' shoulder. It's a bit smelly, but you know, it's at least it's a ride. You don't have to use your legs no more. And
Yeah, it's fine. As long as Steven is happy.
you eventually find a basically not, I wouldn't say an encampment, but a little cave, and it's quite clear from all the bones and wreckage outside of this cave that this is where the boys you're looking for are. All right. What next?
Well,
To say hello, rising.
well, so the cave entrance doesn't look there doesn't look like there's any spots where they could be hiding behind. There isn't any cover for them or us.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Reef
how
Toes,
far
did they
in-
use? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Reef Toes, do they use weaponry? I like hold out my sword. Something like this.
Yeah. Biggin has big shield and long pokey stick, and orcs have choppins and stabbins.
Huh.
See.
And red gobs have sort of he makes a gesture as if to shoot a bow, like he
Oh.
some of
I
them.
see. So do we have any particular tricks up our sleeve, or is this a head-on engagement?
Seems
I'll take
straightforward. I think it's fairly straightforward. I mean, unless this cave has a back entrance, I don't think they're going anywhere.
Well then, what are we waiting for?
Right,
Well.
I'm going to cast False Life. Or we start.
Max
Great
sword and shield
cycle
together.
cast symbiotic entity on myself as well.
There's probably a thing I can cast as well.
Rebuffing?
No.
Orion
Actually-
basically steps up to the near the entrance of the cave. He pulls up from his pack three vials of three flasks of alchemist fire and sets them down. Sets them down and lights them briefly.
Okay, either your alchemist fires, get ready.
How many of you people can see in the dark, or do we want to draw them outside?
Might be best to do the drawing of the outside.
Sort of
Hey,
the scrag sort of puffs out his chest. I could shout real loud.
Or I can do the shouting too.
Oh
I
dear. Oh dear.
could give them an excellent performance, boosted in volume with minor illusion, and they'll just run out, probably screaming, "Oh, we love you so much!"
Look,
I-
it doesn't. We don't need to just have one of us.
Well, if it is just one of us, the others can prep attacks. But if everybody wants to join the concert, that's okay.
Oh, I look at my sword and my shield. I suppose I can do percussion.
Well, I did not get a chance to practice today, so I am all for this.
I could do the trumpet. Points to his trunk. God, that's my word.
I am
All
ready
right.
to concoct me. Also, that bless my stealth, Obsidian, and Xander.
Lovely, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
In that case, so go ahead and draw them out then. Good.
I'm making it louder with minor illusion, but it's not my best work.
So, okay, we have
Got my lyre out, and I am just jamming this
so
song.
you begin to play on your lyre. Dion begins to play on a little viol.
Right as I'm riding River to his shoulder, because that's where I want to be for this fight.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming Xander and the Scrag begin letting out a mighty bellow.
Swing low, swing chariot, come for to carry me home.
You know, if we need more, I'll make some harmless tremors with thaumaturgy.
Well, it's fairly easy to see that you've definitely got some attention as marching out of the cavern with heavy footsteps. You see a tall humanoid with quite long and gangly limbs. They carry a big old shield in one hand and a long spear in the other. It stands about 10 feet in height and looks like a very tall man with quite sort of stocky features. And behind him come some orcs, goblins, and hobgoblins a big old merry band who sort of crowd behind him. What is all this then?
Is he a humanoid? Do I have to roll anything to know that?
He's a giant. So no.
So no.
So in giant, I'll be like, hello, and the good day. Lovely day. Yeah.
Well, the moment he comes into view, Orion basically uses catapult to lob the alchemist fire in his direction.
You're going to immediately attack.
I mean, unless I'm presented with another option.
We were talking to him.
Okay, so fair enough. Okay, he's sitting there. He's got his spell ready just in case.
Okay.
We were in the area, and we couldn't help but notice something seemed to happen to a camp out. I sort of like point back to where the direction of the camp. Tracks led back here.
Well, he leans forward. Yeah. That would have been me. And mine.
I guess in the P.
It's what you get.
For
what? Did they trespass? Did they insult you?
He looks at you as if you're stupid. I don't know. Destroying things. Going against the rules of nature. He sort of looks. He sort of points, to the northeast, sending an enormous doom upon all of us. I've been told the truth.
And what is the truth?
That all of you townsfolk, all of you, he like puts up his hands in like a quotation mark, civilized lot, are gonna be the death of all of us because you can't keep your bloody curiosity to yourself. The only way any of us will live is if we wipe you out before something else happens.
well,
Are you referring
it
to the
sounds
moon
like
coming down?
He nods. That's right. I was told all about it. Who did it and why? The lovers, of course. The lovers told me.
the lovers.
And they're
Would that be a
gathering
religion
more
check?
of our kind. We're gonna make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Would that be?
Lovers, exactly.
I'm afraid the word by itself means very little, although without a check you can know that there are sets of cards, fortune-telling cards, which have a pair of lovers as one of their sort of main signs.
Well, I mean, based on what he's saying, it could be some sort of like cult or some sort of religious organization that might have sprung up as a result.
It's possible, but if it's only recent, you wouldn't have heard of it.
Fair.
While this is going on, can I find two orcs who look a little less intelligent than the others?
Sure.
I want to use my racial trait. Do you guys like music? I take requests, and I'm going to try to draw them away subtly.
Ooh. Second level charm person.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. They're not very wise. And they both fail.
Oh, excellent.
Oh.
So let's just go sit down over here and have a great time.
Alright, so for the next hour, yeah, they sort of wander over to you and sit down with you. And the others sort of look at each other as they walk off, but like are more drawn towards the tense conversation that is being had by the giant, all of you.
Wait, so you're telling me that we brought down this moon and trapped some of our greatest heroes in there on purpose?
He sort of
Yeah, that's
he points past you in the direction of Fairhill. Yous and all of the townsfolk brought this down on us. How long is it going to be before another one falls or something else happens? If we wild folk are to be safe, then we must do what we have been bid by the lovers.
yes, kill. Very productive.
You do know that there were other wild folks who also assisted with the moon drop. Why all of a sudden do the wild ones want to attack us? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me
Sort of
when
crosses
we're all
his
in this
arms.
together.
He crosses his arms as you speak. No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
No, there
His
wasn't.
name was Kirak.
Oh dear.
You don't remember Kirak the Wise? He was a half-orc. Obviously, half-orc, so that makes him half-wild. Look at you, Orcan brethren. Shouldn't you understand that part of them were, wild folks just like you? He puts in question marks. You guys shouldn't be doing this. You guys should be kind of helping us figure out how to take care of this and fix it.
He looks down at the orcs near him, who sort of crowd, back away from him. They sort of look at each other. Yeah, boss. There was. I've heard of Kirak. He's not much, one of them peace-loving orcs, though. And
Well?
the giant sort of furrows his brow. You's not trying to solve anything. You's just gonna make it worse.
And how do you know that?
Lovers told me. Yeah.
You keep going on about them, but you haven't given us a good reason as to why we should be believing that.
'Cause they's smart, and they's wise, and they's real pretty, and they's cares about us when no one else
Yeah.
did.
Again, his name was Kirak the Wise for a reason. He was very wise, and he tried to help. Brothers, you should throw down your weapons and think and help us to figure out the problems of how to fix the moon.
A look of utter confusion crosses his face. Fix his moon? I dunno. He relaxes his stance a bit with that persuasion check and sort of looks at all of yous. Well, I suppose as you're not trying to kill me at first sight. Crosses his arms. I don't know what to do now.
In Giant sounded like, well, for the starters, we'd like to know what you have been doing with the birdie burns, and he points to the camp.
Well, the lovers say that townsfolk are weak now, because they backfired whatever it is they was doing, hurt themselves, lost many. Best time to end them before more bad thing happen. So, we's get folks, and we's eats them.
Tell me, who are the lovers?
He frowns, and he sort of looks over at everyone, and then sort of sighs. They's friends, looks after all of them, kind to us. One man, one woman's.
Are they the humanoid or the wilds like you?
Don't know. Both? He shrugs.
Is there a chance we could speak to these lovers?
They've wings. So probably not townsfolk.
Do you
I
know where
see.
we can find them?
He looks. He sort of gives you a sheepish look. Promised I wouldn't tells.
We do the promise that we found them ourselves. You will not be involved, yeah?
How's do I know you's not tricking me? I know, not very smart.
I am a druid. I am technically a wild like you, yeah? Why would I go against fellow wild folk?
It's true. Haven't seen anyone like you before. That's a very long nose.
It's very good for sniffing.
During this entire conversation, seeing as combat seems to have been avoided, Orion would basically have prestidigitationed out the flames on the alchemist fires before gathering them up.
Fair enough. A smart decision. He sort of looks back to Volbidian.
Well, I mean, you can see that we're all friends here. My friend here is obviously not going to try and hurt you, and we're not going to try to make anything bad for you either. All we want to do is fix the problem.
Rivertoes nudges you on his shoulder, Dion.
Yes. What's up, Rivertoes?
This ain't good enough. I want an apology.
Okay.
They hates me.
Shh. It's okay. Okay. All right. So.
I freaking hate my nerd.
So my dear friend here, Rivertoes, would really like an apology. And that would be great to help us, because he wants to help us too. So if you help us and he helps us, we can all be friends together and we can try to start figuring out this problem together.
Well, the giant sort of crosses his arms and like ponders to himself. And if I tell you, you're gonna let us go, right?
I'm gonna let you go for sure. And I can convince Rivertoes as well. Right, Rivertoes?
Rivertoes nods. Alright. I'm sorry that I ate you. Rivertoes sort of like puffs up his chest, crosses his slimy scaled arms and like nods to himself. Yeah, you are sorry. Yeah.
No. Don't antagonize. There's no reason for that. We're all friends here now.
And yeah, I will allow another persuasion check with advantage, given everything that has been said and done in this conversation. Excellent. With that then, the giant who tells you his name is Geeb, as in G-E-E-B.
Thank you.
Geeb. Basically tells you that the lovers are a group of, or not a group, but like a pair of people who basically appeared before him and have been gathering other like-minded creatures of the wilds to basically not so much serve them, but they act as like advisors almost, giving them bits of wisdom, telling them how to do certain things, like learning how to build and farm and things, but also telling them that their lives up to this point have been unjust and that they need to essentially take what is theirs by force, so that the tragedies of the past do not happen again. And they have pointed to the moonfall as like a prime example of what they consider to be the hubris of civilized folk messing with things beyond their understanding. And that seems to have convinced a vast amount of these sort of monstrous humanoids to basically rally behind them like leaders and start raiding places nearby. He tells you that they live in what is essentially an old ruin to the north of here.
Okay.
All right. So you said that they're teaching you things and giving you more wisdom and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to take the night or the evening to teach you a little bit about leatherworking.
What do I need to know about leathers?
Well, leathers will help keep you warm in the cold. Everybody needs to keep cold in the warm.
I got fire. Fire does that.
But, when the snows come eventually, you're going to get cold, and fire alone can't take care of that. So having, leathers and stuff to keep you warm will help you during your hunting when you need to get to the, animals and hunt your game.
All right. Fine.
Rather handy skill. I've seen his work.
So you guys will spend, I don't know, an hour or so, maybe more, having a rather awkward sort of little rest pit stop with these orcs.
And it's
goblins,
basically
and giant.
And how do my friends react at the end of the hour? I charmed them, they know that. But I did sit and play music with them the whole time.
Yeah, they get up and they like sort of scuttle away from you, and they're like, oh, watch that one. She's a witch. Music witch.
I'm a good music witch. Okay, bye. It was fun.
I was just trying to calm you down.
Chanted us with her spells, her music spells.
I'll do it again if you want, but
No! No!
Okay, I'll stay over here then, where you can see me. Okay, bye.
They make like they form like little warding symbols with their hands towards you.
At least you didn't use the friend spell, which immediately would have made him hostile.
Ah, true. True.
What a strange spell. You make friends, then they kill you.
Yay!
Yeah, we did it. We did it, guys.
Hooray!
But yeah, you, as I said, you have a bit of a short rest, chill out with these
Coming together of culture.
These orcs and giant and other things, hobgoblins.
yeah, pretty much. And wait, chill. But eventually, the day is still quite young. So, do you spend the rest of the day here, or do you decide to go elsewhere?
We may
It's
as well
up to the
press on.
party.
I'd say we may as well press on.
I mean,
to...
we could always figure out if there's any more groups like this on this particular road.
Yeeb, are there any more groups like this on the road?
Here and there. Some's nice, some not so nice. There's
Nice like you, yeah.
There's another lot. Scary though. Further west, in a tower. Very bad.
Why are they so scary?
He gulps as he seems to think about something, and he leans towards you, and looking around before he says it in just a whisper, he simply goes, "Wondems. Oni."
Oh,
Do I know what that is?
Arcane check.
Woo!
But we didn't hear this.
The Arcana checks have been on fucking point today. God damn.
It's just magic.
Good old magic
compendium
squad.
every time we go somewhere.
Yeah, Oni are basically the stuff of nightmares. Fearsome bogeymen. They are what happens when ogres get suffused with demonic magic. They become much smarter and essentially become these. I'm not going to say like masterminds or overlords because they're not incredibly smart compared to other creatures, but they gain the ability to cast magic and change their shape at will, and they delight in basically terrifying other creatures, and they covet magic and will work for creatures who have more magic power than they do in order to like learn things and grow stronger.
Are they strong against or weak to any particular elements?
Not really. It's one of those things where it's literally a case of hit it till it dies.
Mhm.
I'll explain that to people that didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
All right. So, you said there was a ruins and a temple with an oni and a bunch of other evil bands or not so bad along the west. So, what does the party want to do?
And
Yeah.
all these bands answer to these lovers?
I mean, I've only used one spell so far today, so I'm probably okay if you want to go. How are you guys doing?
I'm willing to keep going.
I can keep going.
Yeah, we can.
Well, if you
I
think we can take an
go.
Oni down, then by all means.
I
Well,
well,
Because that one will probably not be very willing to negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
well, I feel like tracking down these lovers should be the next move.
Okay.
I agree with that. I think we should track down the lovers as well.
yeah, get them to figure out why they're on this crusade against civilization.
Then we do that.
The north it is then.
Now, before we leave, River Toes, I don't know if I can protect you
Reef
against
Toe.
these. Reef Toe, River Toes, I've heard different names. I don't know if I can protect you against the challenge we're about to have. So I'm going to ask you to go back to your home and wait, and I'll come back because I have a request of you.
Does sound scary. We'll head home.
All right. Beeg, please make sure that you, or Geeb, I should say, make sure you're nice to River Toes, and River Toes likewise to Geeb. No more hurting one another.
He nods. Gonna head back to the mountain.
Sounds like a plan.
And with that, you all head north. Our only travel actions being used. They'll have a bonus action and 4 travel actions.
I would say probably the best one would be gain bearings and avoid becoming lost.
Yeah, if you want to use your action for that. Excellent.
Yeah.
And are you going to use I suppose you don't need bonus action. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you head to the north then in that case. And oh boy. You see quite quickly that there have been signs of not deforestation, but like the place has been scavenged quite thoroughly. There aren't many like any of the fruit bearing plants are somewhat empty. There's not much game around. And as it sort of gets into the later afternoon, you see the ruins that Geeb spoke of. And there is the smoke of many a fire in those ruins.
Now, is this the ruins for the Oni?
No.
Okay, just double checking.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I didn't really hear any of your conversation because I was enchanting my orc friends, so I'm just doing what you do.
Simply put, these are people here seem to be who the orcs were answering to.
Are they going to talk to us?
Hopefully. I'm not sure if you should count on it.
Do we know what species they are?
Nope, they didn't tell us.
Great.
Some winged thing?
Winged creatures.
Some winged creature, yes.
Okay. Do we have a plan, or are we just walking up and saying, "Hello, can I talk to your leaders? Please don't kill me."
It's worth it, the diplomacy art to begin with. Have some.
I have a plan. Probably a stupid plan, but I have a plan. I'm going to take Steven off and hand it to Orion. Hand Steven off to Orion. Watch the kid for me, would you?
He holds the child, looks at him. It looks back up. Sure. Okay.
Congratulations.
Xander, you're a bit weird like me. How do you feel about just wandering in and just saying we're wild people looking for a home?
As the holy man in Tim Blake would say, I am very good at making the friends, yeah?
You and me both. But why don't you give me a lift? I'm a little small.
Yeah. And I just immediately pick him up and put him on my shoulders. You know,
I
he's
will watch Chauncey and Chandler. Bye.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Let's go.
Orion is still staring at the child.
You just put your arms through the straps like this, and then you just wear it.
Okay. He straps the child to himself. He has this like look of, what am I supposed to do with this thing?
It's a lot quieter than you imagined a infant would be.
I mean, the amount of information Orion has on infants is literally academic in nature. This is totally out of his wheelhouse.
See. Fair enough. Well, in any case, who is actually going in?
I think it's just me and Volbidian.
Yes.
Okey-dokey then. In that case, the rest of you, I'm assuming, are going to be sort of hiding along the outskirts and just seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could all make me
Getting
a
ready
group
for
stealth
that.
check then, those of you who are staying behind.
Oh.
Excellent. Me and my shit.
No.
Me and my cloth.
Oh boy.
Where is
I've been
it?
barefoot on all the thorns, like,
I will say you have advantage given that you are sort of a bit a ways out and have time to like get yourself into a decent spot before anyone sees you. And
Wow.
with half of you succeeding, that is enough for group stealth.
Okay, that's hilarious. I already had disadvantage with my half plate. The advantage made it even. I'm currently carrying a child,
Yeah.
Quite.
and I'm the stealthiest one of the group. What is this?
Look, the child's a gentle soul.
If you were an evil character, you would use the child as part of your armor.
Hell no!
Evil character, remember? That's what I said.
I don't think you have
Anyway.
any of those right now. But so Volbidian and Xander, you guys march straight up there, and you do see there is a throng of greenskins here who don't seem to bother you too much. You're sort of like jostled around a little bit by goblins who basically like. Do either of you speak Goblin?
I do.
In that case,
Sadly not inside.
Volbidian, you have some of the goblins are like, oh, he smells weird. What's he doing here? Oh, that's a nice instrument you got there. And like they're basically just like talking a whole bunch of shit. But they eventually like peel off as you move further towards the sort of main bulk of the ruined keep, and you see that there is one hall which still has a roof remaining. It's decorated in quite a I wouldn't say a royal fashion, but it's certainly done up to look nice. Inside has a sort of torn crimson carpet that runs the length of it, as well as rotting banners, which it seems magic has been used to like try and sort of fancy up, I guess. And at the end of the hall, there are a pair of rather nice carved wooden chairs bearing the visages of animals, and sat upon them are a pair of people. They are a rather charming, or rather handsome pair. One a man, the other a woman. They both have quite similar features, however, insomuch that they both have large, sort of red and black bat-like wings protruding from their shoulders, long sinuous tails, and horns growing out of their heads. And yeah, they say nothing as you approach, but sort of look at you.
Hello, masters. My name is Valbidian, and I come in peace. You know, I heard from a friend of mine, Geeb, that you were looking to advise fellow wildlings like him, and I was here for advice.
The woman, see that her lip curls in a slight smile as you speak. Ah, have the manner about you quite unbefitting of most goblin kind that I've seen.
Well, that's kind of true. From what I understand, I'm not a full goblin. I'm a half goblin, and I have picked up a little bit of things from the travelers I have caught and killed. So, you know, I picked up some mannerisms.
I see. Her eyes sort of slowly list over towards Xander. You?
Ah, yes, I am not from around these parts, yeah? As you can tell from the accent and the way I look, I am looking for fellow wild kin like yourselves.
I see. I see. He looks over at the man sitting across from her, and the way they look at each other suggests that something is happening between them that you can't sort of hear or see. And I'll allow you to both make me an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
Valbidian doesn't get it, but Xander, you get the impression that they might be speaking to each other, although they don't appear to be using words.
Okay.
As she looks back to you, you see that the man raises his gaze, and I would like Volbidian to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I will use my inspiration.
Excellent. In that case, as he looks at you, you can't tell exactly what's happening right now, but you feel like a pressure that is currently pressing against your head and like sort of pushing you down somewhat. But
Feels a little bit like a headache.
Tiny bit like a headache. It doesn't really hurt, but you get the impression that his eyes are like piercing through you, and he can see more than perhaps you want to give away. But with your inspiration being used, he does not see too much of what you do not wish him to see.
Valbidian will bow his head,
And you'll say, Masters, I have brought you a bit of a gift. I have caught 4 of the how did Beak put it? The civilized folks. If you would like to bring them in to talk to them, if you know what I mean.
Why would I want to talk to them exactly?
Well, From my understanding with Beeg, we were trying to eliminate them. I thought maybe you would like to gather some information from them.
Tell me, Volbidian,
Yes.
where you come from. You sound quite eloquent. Is it true, perhaps, that your people are a bit more advanced? Perhaps there is farming where you come from.
Well, obviously there is a bit of farming we need to maintain and eat. And, we can only hunt so much game.
Indeed. Tell me then, what do your people do when pests start eating at your crops, or start spreading disease amongst the animals that you hunt?
Well, if you're asking me about eating, if they're in the crops, obviously, we would just eat them. Grubs are kind of tasty. As for the things that would be hurting our game, obviously we would have to take care of that problem and eliminate them.
Exactly. If something is dangerous to your existence, a pestilence, you don't try and seek a compromise, you destroy it.
That is true. That is very true. But what about,
I'll look at Xander.
what about symbiotes? Yes, spores, things of that nature that need to feed off of others to live.
They are an exception, but only one.
Okay.
I would like to hear more about your homelands.
I would also like to hear more about you. Ooh.
We will see where we go with that. And as you begin to talk with the two of them, those of you outside begin to notice something odd happening. You can see that there are groups of creatures from the keep who are lighting up torches, like forming groups and heading out into the immediate area around the keep, and they appear to be looking for something.
Oh boy.
What are you guys
How
doing?
much you want to bet that the charming plan is not going quite as well as expected?
Well, given the circumstances, it wouldn't surprise me if things have gone pear-shaped.
So, do we just shoot the people? Or...
I'd say we give them a little bit more time. And do our best to stay out of cover. And we'll stay in cover, rather.
So if combat breaks out, well, they've had enough time.
Okay.
So are you guys going to keep hidden for now then and just keep your heads down?
Yeah, try and nestle down for a little bit longer.
I mean, Orion's definitely going to, because at the moment, it's not just his life that he's worried about.
Yeah.
We prepare and hold attacks
Yeah,
if
sure.
they find us.
Absolutely. Yeah, you see that the groups are they're fanning out in sort of like long lines to cover the most area, and you do get the impression that perhaps they are looking for you, although you're not too sure. They're not being too successful at it at the moment because you guys are hidden, but it's only with the way they're fanning out, there's only a matter of time before they come across you.
Oh boy.
We can try to distract a small contingent of them, drag them away from the rest, and take them out.
I mean,
that's not a bad idea. Can I try to cast message at Volbidian? I know he went in. If he's within 120 feet, he has a chance.
120 feet, unfortunately, you are outside of that range.
Okay. So I try, but it just goes unanswered. Okay, they're too far away for me to communicate with them, so yeah, ambush it is.
So, how exactly are you going to
All right. So, as far as the okay, as far as the actual keep is concerned, how much loose stone and rubble is there? And
there is a lot.
okay.
Are there any kind of... Sorry, go ahead.
Are there any sort of entrances inside that aren't currently being guarded?
No. Basically, there's enough left at the actual keep to make sure that if you were to try and sneak in, there you would have at least some difficulty.
Are there any terrain features that would obstruct view? Like if the keep is over here, is there like a bluff of trees or something where if there was fighting, it might not be visible?
The land here, as you're approaching mountainous terrain, it is getting quite hilly, so you certainly could, yes.
All right. Well, Orion is looking at the nearest entrance. He goes, "Okay, we're gonna need to double around to get around the search party, but at this point, we need to push in and make our way to Bidian and Xander, because I suspect that if things have gone pear-shaped, they're gonna need our help." So
no, I would say we capture one of the groups in an area where they can't see us, beat them up. We can ask them questions if we want, but charging in so everyone can follow in behind us is just death.
Unfortunately, getting caught out here in the open is also death. So it's the best of a bad situation. At least we know that they're at our back, as opposed to possibly catching us.
If we can get inside, we should fight as one. Whatever we do, we have to do it quick.
We die here for nothing.
Then we die here for nothing. It's just a matter of, well, it's either that or we run, and I don't feel like running. We've already come this far. We at the very least need to get the two of them out of there.
How do we know they can't get themselves out? We're assuming a lot.
Well, we can make it. I can give you an educated guess based on, as he gestures towards the search parties, that reaction being something that they they're
lead the way.
Something's up.
All right. So a lot of you begin to take a good old detour around to try and outfox the search party, and I would allow some survival checks. Yes, I think that will work nice.
Also, Orion, if you're willing to die here, give me the child, because it can't suffer for this.
Well, it's not that I'm willing to die here, it's that I'm going to do my best to avoid it.
But if you're not going to run to save its life, then give the baby to me, at least have a chance.
Fair enough. I slowly take the child off, the child carrier off of me, and hand it to Larissa.
All right.
Nice. That's what we like to see.
Right, just bring it right into the epicenter of wild magic without thinking about it. Good foresight. 10 out of 10 plan.
You asked him.
I did think about it. It's fine. We're going with it. It'll work today.
Don't roll the fireball. So we need some more survival checks, because so far Pluck's not doing so great.
It'd be funny if you roll the wild magic and you make him age.
Oh, that would be great.
Dear Lord.
You make him age and turn him into a warrior?
That would be
that would
horrifying.
definitely be first time that he's ever been one.
Perseverance.
Anyway,
Low wisdom
You
party.
don't
Go.
understand?
Yeah.
I know Perseverance is having internet issues, so we'll see.
No, it's alright. I will grab his character sheet.
His character.
Character sheet and roll it for him.
Low wisdom party. Go.
Oh, he's actually got proficiency in survival. What a boss!
Yeah, what a
Like
boss
a
indeed.
boss.
Oh,
At
oh
9.
no.
Delicious.
Well, with Orion and Larissa leading the way, you managed to move somewhat out of the scope of the search parties going around the quite bumpy terrain in order to keep out of sight. It's slow going and muddy going as well, but you do manage to get closer to the keep. And we'll go back to Volbidian and Xander for a bit. So,
And that's when I told him, you know what? I'll eat your arm if you don't shut the fuck up.
Fantastic. Yes.
Like I said, Geeb, he sent me here to meet you because I'm very interested in as you, I guess, want to get rid of the pestilence, the pests around here, and I want to learn more about the plan to do so.
It is as simple as finding all of them and wiping them out. And when they are too weak and too few to step outside of their walls to get anything, that's when we go in for the kill, of course.
Interesting. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm confused about why we're doing this. I mean, I know they're a pestilence, but you know, we all live together. You know, I live with Xander here, and we get along fine. And I don't cross his boundaries; he doesn't cross mine.
It's not quite the same with them, though, is it?
Well, I imagine it would be if their numbers get too small.
Perhaps. Their hubris has gone unanswered long enough. You've seen, no doubt, the enormous sphere of darkness they call down upon this land, and even now, from it, horrid creatures drag their way into our world. It is their fault that it is here.
That's news to me. I've never seen any of these creatures yet.
You will. When you do, you'd best run. They are far beyond any of us.
Well, this may sound silly, but you've got me scared now. Wouldn't it be better to work with those people and maybe we can fight them together?
No, they will, they will only make things worse.
This is great insight. Xander, do you have anything to ask?
Well, I do the wondering, how do they make the things worse?
Because she like puts a hand to her forehead. How do they make things worse? They've killed off your kind for the mere fun of it. They have called down disaster upon us all. In all of these years, all of these ages, they have never shown any signs of changing their ways. It's only ever gotten worse, and you expect that they will do any better? I'm starting to wonder about the two of you.
Well, Volbidian drops his. He said, "Master, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand the bigger picture here. That is all." You know, unlike those greenskins out there with their, you know, a little bit more of a simple mind. I don't know if blessed or cursed to have a little bit of a bigger one from my other half. It's not good being half human. Spits on the ground.
No, I imagine not.
That's why, I was outcasted. So.
I see. Well, I believe we've spoken enough. Your tribe, do they live nearby?
Well, as I said, I was outcasted. I don't really know where my tribe is anymore. I've just kind of been wandering on my own.
Xander, can you make me a wisdom save this time?
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The woman smiles. Oh, that is a shame. And she just sits there, quietly.
What seems to be the problem?
Hmm? Oh. Fear not. She seems to be waiting for something. And before long, doors to a door to the hall. That was not the one you entered through. One of the side doors opens up, and some of like the grunts sort of come in, and she simply points down at the two of you and says, "Capture them, won't you?" What are you two doing as she says that?
Let's,
You look around the room, there's the two of them, and you see some orcs have come in, brandishing weapons to apprehend the two of you.
Xander, you have any good ideas?
Well, I'm gonna hold on to my buddy, cast jump on myself and jump away.
Jump to where exactly?
Out of a window? I don't know.
Excellent. In that case, roll me initiative. This is going to be
Perfect.
highly amusing.
Now I'm just envisioning that they're gonna get upright up to the tower, and then suddenly elephant out the window.
Don't be silly. Elephants can't fly. Wait, what?
Dude.
They can't fly, but they certainly can eat
initiative.
themselves.
Initiative for everyone?
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Also, I'm back, by the way.
Oh,
Welcome
welcome back. Good. How dare you? Take a break.
Nerd.
Perfect.
I mean, I did have a Kit Kat.
Ah, there you go.
Kit Kat.
That's alright then. You're allowed.
Can I cast False Life since I have reason to think we'll be fighting in the next hour?
I believe you cast it already.
The hit points only last for an hour, so they're gone.
Oh, yes, you can recast it.
Unless you want me to still have them, I'll type the 8 back and
I
keep
don't
it.
think it's been an hour yet, actually, no. So, yeah, you should still have them.
Okay. Then I'll take it.
So, drawing this out is going to be a little hard. I will... Yeah, we'll wait and see how things progress before I do any battle map stuff.
How many orcs were there?
5.
Perfect. We will cast sleep at level 2 and see how many that takes out.
Orcs, mate.
Alright, so you throw out a sleep spell, A powerful sleep spell. Oh yes. And let's see. Let's actually have a look at what we're dealing with here. Okay, so you check out the spell, and 2 of them fall over. Just boom, boom, straight to the floor. The others look down, and sort of look up at the lovers, who sort of just shrug. Get them, and they sort of steel themselves. Are you doing anything after casting your sleep spell?
I am holding on for dear life to good old Xander.
Lovely. Orion, your lot has... you've come to the edges of the keep now, and there's some commotion in like the main hall, which appears to be drawing attention enough that you could either mount a sneak attack or try and move past.
Well, noting the commotion, it's in the upper portions of the keep, right?
There's only really one hall that's left intact, and that's on the ground floor. But yes, it's coming from there.
Well, Orion looks back to the rest of the group. Well, seems things are starting to kick off. We kicking in the door, or we sneaking back in?
I'm not good at sneaking.
I mean, I suppose we can try and sneak. I don't like our odds.
We can try and then shoot if it doesn't work, I suppose.
Negotiation has failed. There's no real point for sneaking. We don't have the
Yeah.
element of surprise anymore.
All right. Well, at that point, he pops around the corner and to the nearest guard standing next to the door, he pops in the face with a magic missile.
Marvelous. That is enough to down it, but it sure takes some damage. Alright, so now I've got a better idea of what exactly is going on. It won't be... kind of has to be the skill there, damn it. We'll have the main hall. Zoom out a little bit.
Wait, it's there.
Big main doors. Pillars. Because every good hall has to have pillars, am I right? And then
Also, the pillarmen gonna show up.
the raised section with 2 chairs. Side door. Side door. And then sort of ruined sections of keep over this way. Big old walls. And fire. And oh, hey Damien, you're not in this session. We'll have Team B over here, sort of doing a bit of a sneaky snoo over here. And as for your neighborhood friendly orcs, you know what? I've got some orcs. Lovely. So there'd be 4 over here. And oh. Sort of these lot over here, who would have come out the side doors and tried to block your retreat, 2 of which are currently
Unconscious.
sleeping. And you just did some damage to that lad. So we'll go to Perseverance.
Excellent. The which one's the injured one?
This one. Closest one.
Oh, excellent. The closest one. Still just out of range. God damn it.
I'll say, because Orion literally popped out from behind the wall. You guys could have been in like some sort of
Oh.
formation like this. So
Excellent.
Perseverance would be ahead of us anyway, because he's
Yeah.
got the armor.
indeed he would be.
Excellent. In that case, I will go up to this boy, take a swing.
Let's go. Take that swing, son.
Ooh!
Oh yeah. You rush forward and deliver a nasty slice with your blade, and sort of the blood flies out into the fire, sizzling. Although the creature is not dead, he looks very close to it as they all look over at you in surprise. Xander,
Well, first things first. Can do some jump.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold on to my buddy Volbidian. Now, creature jump triple until the spell ends. Okay, so is this a window or a door?
there are windows in the keep. Let me just
Wait.
see what your jump distance would actually be. What is your strength?
15.
That bodes well for you. Excellent. A number of feet equal to that. Lovely. So your jump distance is tripled, huh?
Yeah.
So you could make a 45-foot long jump.
Excellent. So that will take me up there. Okay. So we
Is
go.
Is that
boing.
in addition to the movement action?
So that jump would be the movement, but Xander could actually jump.
If they make a running, if they do a running start and then jump as the action.
Yes, I would allow you to clear to the other side of the wall. In that case.
Then
Oh,
in that-
yes, you do have to move 10 feet before the actual jump. So
Okay.
I'll say that you could literally have moved your movement and then use the jump
Okay.
spell to just be like, yeet!
20, 25, 30.
So the two of you just go flying right through the window, shattered glass everywhere.
Ah,
It's a fine. I've done this before in the pub.
I trust you.
Ryan looks over as he hears the sound. What the? Flying elephant.
Flying tattooed man. It's always
I've
Santa
been-
with these bloody shenanigans.
Yep, voice Sander.
Really
And,
sure.
yeah, no, I'm pretty
Really
sure that's all of my turn of movement.
From meat spin elephant to bloody window shattering jumping.
I've never seen a horse fly. I've never seen a house fly. But I've never seen an elephant fly.
Oh dear. Well, they're gonna give chase. First of all, as a bonus action, they're going to be aggressive and move their speed as a bonus action. Bursting through the door. Moving over here. Then this one will move as a move action over to here. This one gets to here. Those two are still asleep. And these blokes who see you, Perseverance, and are just going to bundle you.
There.
So let's get some attack rolls going. Ooh, this could get nasty. As they are currently wielding great axes. You know, we'll have the 4 attack rolls on Perseverance first. Oh
Four
dear
attack.
lord!
Oh no.
Oh. So that's 2 hits and a crit. Perseverance, I hope you're ready to take this.
We'll see.
So, because of
Good
the crit rule, it's going to be pretty nasty.
Should we inspiration that crit, perhaps?
if we use inspiration, can we make that not a crit? Is that a thing we can do?
Yeah, I could re-roll, I think, maybe.
You can use your inspiration to give an ally advantage or an enemy disadvantage.
I will use mine to give the one who got a crit disadvantage, if I'm allowed to do that.
Come on, second crit. Well, it's just a
Well,
hit.
he wanted it.
He wanted it. That's 3 hits for 21 points of damage.
Okay.
Which,
Alright.
yes, you would have taken... If you'd taken the crit, you would have taken 33. Because you have added an extra 12 onto that.
Alright.
And then the
Not
one
great.
attacking Xander.
Me.
Yeah. Because you're the big one. Pluck.
Okay. Go look at the party. It's like, well, one of us has to help him. Points of perseverance. One of us has to help them. Points at the at Xander and stuff.
Aye, indeed.
So I choose to help these two out. Unless one of you has a.
Whatever
Good
you
one.
do is fine.
Fine, let's go.
That's all.
Hold on. I rarely move, so I don't actually know my full movement speed. 30. Oh my god. It's so weird not to be able to move 180 feet. 60. Spell. I will give. Oh shoot. Is it a 61? Yes. Ray of Sickness on the only one I can reach from here. That one.
13 hits. They're not
13 actually hits, alright.
not very well armored, given that not using shields.
Let's go for level 1 for now. Nice.
Ooh.
Not bad damage, I'd say.
Wow.
Let's see if he can actually make a con save. Nope. So he takes 17 poison damage, and yeah,
Is poisoned.
yeah, that blast like really starts wrecking him as he begins to retch and vomit blood all
Yeah,
over the place.
My fair heritage gives me a pat on the back, and I gain bonus temporary hit points.
Indeed, you do, and increase movement speed.
Yep.
Larissa.
Okay, I want to pick 2 of the ones near Perseverance that are at full health.
Yeah.
Okay, great. We are twinning chromatic orbs. Fire.
Oh! 2 crits.
And I am...
That is a crit and a hit. Jeez.
Splat.
Okay, so the
I-
critical
Goodness.
hit does 35 points of damage and just wipes one out immediately.
Perfect. Second one.
Ouch!
And I activate this.
Ooh, flames of
I am-
Phlegethos.
Breathed in flame now and also exuding a whole bunch of light.
That
You
is
glow like a candle.
pretty great. Alright, yeah, so this one, the one you hit is almost downed by that one bolt as your orbs fly out and eviscerate the one. He goes tumbling into the bonfire. We go
just-
to
Squeeze the diamond tighter and I'm like, yes!
we go to Dion.
Alright, I'm going to look at the one that is not hurt. So the one to the southwest of us, and I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on it.
Oh, hideous laughter. Wisdom saving throw. Okie dokie.
Of course.
He does not find this situation very funny.
Am I on Xander? Like,
Yeah,
Is
you're on
that
his
what's happening?
you're on his back at the moment.
okay, I want to just move behind him then.
All right. Orion.
Okay. Orion moves up and he's going to mind sliver hang on. Is going to mind sliver the one in front of Perseverance.
Okie dokie. The one in front of Perseverance, fucking eats it. Jesus Christ, that's a big aura.
That's my glowing circle.
And oh, the one directly in front of Perseverance, like this guy.
Yes.
Okay. The mind sliver rips into his psyche, and he has -3 to his next saving throw. Perseverance.
Right. Is there any of them uninjured at this stage?
No, all of the ones next to you are injured. The ones to your right are both near death.
Okay. Alright, in that case, you know what? The one right above me is taking a sword swing.
Oh, okay. Do swingo. Oh god,
Veering might.
you guys are getting the crits today. Hot damn. Okay, so all that damage put together, he just your blade cuts into him. He immediately sets ablaze and goes down screaming. And is there anything else you're doing with this turn?
I don't think there is anything else I can do.
Alright, marvellous. Xander.
Right. My symbiotic entity still casted, I think it is. So we shall bonus action Jalele, and then this boy right in front of me, he's gonna get hit with a stick.
Hit with stick. It's the best thing to do. And the snake reaches out, bites him on the face, and he goes down.
Like, ad orc, smack.
Smack.
That's more. Actually, do I move? Nah, I'll be fine there.
Okie dokie. So, the sound of battle has drawn some more folks from the search party who have come back over here, as well as I really need a token for one of these, but we will just use one for now. Amongst them is a bigger fella. A much bigger fella.
Uh-oh.
And they're going to take their turns. This one is going to run up to you, Xander, and this one's going to aggressive and move over to you. And
Sure.
they're both going to swing their weapons at you, and both miss horribly. Good for you.
For the hell of it, one of them can have 2 points of necrotic damage.
Every little helps.
Exactly.
Then, so we go aggressive and move. Yeah, they'll aggressive, he'll move, and then he'll dash. Boom. As they spend their entire turn just sprinting up, the 2 next to Perseverance are going to, despite being quite badly injured, hold their ground, seeing that their allies are coming. They let out orcish battle cries as they swing their weapons horribly ineffectually. Pluck.
Okay. These orcs are going pretty quick. Right. Alright, so would it be meta to ask if my whole person would work on the big guy?
The giant, no.
Oh, he's a giant. Oh, never mind then, yeah. I thought it was just a big old orc. Oops. Right, so you can cast cantrips and a normal spell, right? Did I get this correctly?
If one of them's a bonus action.
Sorry?
If one of them's a bonus action.
Yeah, one of them is a bonus action, so I'm saying since you... Okay, so I have a bonus action, because these orcs are getting a bit too close for my liking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to cheese it. That's the
Expeditious
wrong button, I
retreat.
think. And, but before I do the aforementioned cheat... hold on. when you cast a spell and as a bonus action on each of your turn.
Yeah.
So when I do it, I can take the dash action. So okay, so hold on. I want to. I want to twin spell this. Nice.
Oh, frostbite.
Yikes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've got some sorcery points to burn. I want these people frozen.
Okay, so you frostbite the 2 ones closest to you.
Yeah, these two. And then I do the cheesing, which is double my speed, so.
So frostbite gives him a disadvantage on attack rolls, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Hold on.
It does.
Should have this. Yeah.
That happened again.
Did you do the show spell description? Blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. Yes, there you go.
Nice. All right, Larissa.
Okay, well, I very much hate it when this happens, but I can't afford to run. So, this one and also this one are getting orbs to the face.
You'll have disadvantage to hit the one next to you.
Okay, we'll start with the further back one.
Oh! These
So
crits
this guy
just don't quit.
is crit, good, fantastic.
And again, one shot. Boom.
Okay. No pressure. Okay.
You hit
I'm
him.
going to use. Oh, I hit him. I'm not going to use anything. No, I am. I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to force that to be a crit.
Because of the way this works, turning the disadvantage would just make it a normal roll, which means you'd still get the 13.
Okay. Sorry. Then we forget that,
Yes.
and I will learn that for next time.
But roll your damage. See, you might.
Absolutely.
So 13 points is not enough to drop him, but he certainly gets mad as the bolt hits him, and he lets out a roar, and the smell of the orc's breath sort of rather disturbs your nose as we go to Dion.
See here, what to do? Well, I guess I'm gonna stab this orc south of Xander to do some damage, or whichever one is hurt. Or they're both hurt the same amount.
This one's the one that's injured.
Okay. We will give it a nice stab. Ooh.
Only four.
Stab. Oh, jeez, the crits today. So you do 19 points of damage, which
Nice.
surprisingly does not actually drop him.
Oh.
You like
Okay.
you stab forward, and you could have sworn you like tore his throat out, but like he clutches onto his throat and sort of like gurgles, still like staggering about. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
I'm too far away to heal at the moment, and I don't want to take the attack of opportunity. So, I assume my shield is always up. So, unless that's a bonus action.
Nope, no, your shield's up.
All right, then.
Alright.
Yeah.
Orion,
Okay,
you can
This
see
is
a big
ju-
lad coming your way.
yes, and unfortunately the one carrying the child is currently locked in combat with a very angry orc.
Very angry and injured orc, I might add.
Well, I'm going to... Orion, quickly sussing the situation, he's going to magic missile the one in front of Larissa.
Yeah. 12 damage. That is enough to put him out of commission. The bolts send him tumbling head over... Oop. Yeah, the bolt... Nope. The bolt sent him tumbling head over heels and he's down. Blech.
Thank you.
Orion yells over, "Get to cover!" And Orion basically puts himself right here, and he takes out his longsword, which now that it's out of the scabbard, it's actually a rather ornate-looking piece. He
Yeah.
slams it against his shield. He goes, "Come and get me!"
Okie dokie. In that case, yeah, they will definitely rise to the challenge as we go to Perseverance.
Right. Most injured one next to me is getting hit.
Yay! You don't even have to bother rolling. He's down. As
Wonderful. I'll turn to,
off with his head.
I'll turn to the other one. Last chance to run.
You can make me an intimidation check with advantage.
Where-
Intimidation man known to this world.
Yeah, you turn to him after slaying his comrade, and you see that he drops his weapon, and like he's definitely gonna try and run away as we go to Xander.
Excellent.
Aye.
I shall attack the weakest of the two in front of me with my Nick. And we-
Are you sure?
Why?
Given that you can use your reaction to hurt one of them when they start their turn through a necrotic spores.
Okay, well, I'll attack the other one then.
Okay. Well, you hit him, you do 9 points of damage. 11 points of damage, actually. The snake reaches forward and bites into his chest. He lets out a roar, and as we go to the orcs, you can use your reaction. Do some
Yay!
spores damage, and take off the last hit point that this one had remaining.
Yeah.
As he's sort of clutching the wound in his throat, and the ragged breathing of his of like him trying to survive basically just accelerates the spores into his lungs, and he just collapses. But the others are not going to be so dissuaded. This one just runs. He's gone forever. And then these guys, this one's going to aggressive and move up here to assist his buddy. These two sort of move on either side of you. So let's see, they're going to make their attack rolls with disadvantage because they're frostbitten. So that is a 12 and a 13, they both miss.
Alright.
And then the big guy comes over. Boom, boom, boom. As he goes, you see he reaches down and sweeps up a large, like, wooden beam. And he gon' swing. He gon' swing swung.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is quite correct. As he brings up the beam and just... Oh, no!
Oh, high inspiration there, critical. No, thank you. Please, give him disadvantage. Thank you. Okay, heavens. We would like to not have fucking.
Blatted mage.
Yeah, we don't want mushy mage, please.
Oh god.
So you avoid getting critically smooshed.
Good gracious.
And yeah, the larger creature is then going to take up a stance as he activates block the path. As you see, he sort of readies himself to in quite a defensive manner. You're not too sure what he's waiting for though. And then we have the orcs by Xander, who are both going to swing away with their weaponry. Indeed, nope. God damn it. Pluck. Oh, I should also mention that at the end of their turn, more enemies start arriving.
Wasn't one of the orcs by Xander and I dead?
Yep. Another one came up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
As some hobgoblins turn up from the search party, and you can hear the shouts of more coming behind them as well.
Okay. Well, I saw what that guy can do, and Didn't like that idea. So how about we do some more twin spelling? So that is, let's burn. Let's burn 2 sorcery points. Why not?
Okie dokie.
We're all in on this anyway. So we'll do a ray of sickness on the big guy and this one.
Okie dokie. Make me another
And
attack roll for the other one then. You
we
hit the
shall
big
burn-
guy.
We shall, and because I burned 2 because I'm casting this at level 2. No. Really sad.
Oh, the big guy is poisoned and takes 14 points of damage. Roll to hit the other one if you could.
Oops. Hold on. Sickness, I didn't have to roll twice. Oh. Does that actually hit?
A 13 does hit, yeah.
Okay, well. So the twin spell cast at the same level of twice, right? Or do you take the same damage, or?
It's cast at the same level. Okay, it's dependent. Say, for example, you upcast it to level 2, so you use 2 sorcery points to twin it. Thus,
Yeah,
they are
that's what I
both
mean,
second level spells.
Okay, so do I roll the damage again, or do you take that one?
I'll let you roll it again if you like.
I don't know. Yep. Same
Hey,
damage.
It's the same
Lovely.
damage, you know. Sometimes it's just meant to be.
Yeah, well, 14.
So they're both poisoned, and they are not so great right now. Feeling a little ill as we go to Larissa. You can see that behind these new reinforcements that there are a veritable horde coming in this direction.
Guys, I think we should consider running. Okay, great. One of them for the big guy, one of them for this guy. Still fire.
Destiny.
Tides of Fate to make that hit, and 15 will hit.
Yep. That's on the big guy, right?
That's... Yes, sure. I didn't declare which one was first, so why not? Oh wait, I need to check in. Okay, I get to re-roll that one, because this is fire damage and Flames of Phlegm is... or whatever is active,
Flames of
but I have to
Phlegm.
take...
Yeah.
have to take this roll. Okay, perfect. So that first damage, the one is now an 8.
Go by a further 7.
Second one. Okay, great.
12 Demois.
And I will mark that Tides of Chaos is on.
Yay, the next time you cast a spell, it's going to get messy as we go to
happens.
Volbidian.
Yeah, I know.
All right. We're going to take a stab at the most hurt one. I believe that's the one to the left of Xander.
That's this one. A 15 hits.
And I... Good.
Doesn't go down, but you certainly reach over Xander's shoulder and give him a good stab in.
And I'm going to give Xander a bardic inspiration, like a good bard.
Nice. I
Nice.
was like, you want to use a bonus action? You're like, oh, I don't know.
I forgot all about
Is
it.
it-
Sorry.
Yeah, 1d6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Orion.
Okay. Orion's basically going to take a stab at the big guy.
Okay, okay.
And
that
fail
is
miserably.
a miss, indeed.
Damn.
Are you doing anything after that?
I mean, I realistic. Well, actually, hang on one moment. Okay, what does half drow give me? Drow magic. Third, I can cast it once. Okay.
Nothing
fairy
as a bonus
fire.
action, I don't think.
No, it's not. It's it is in fact a it is in fact a action. Well, bugger. Okay, I'm just gonna get ready to receive the beatdown I'm about to have to deal with.
Ah, yes. The beat down. Perseverance gets to go first, however.
Right. So I'm saying, like, beyond these boys, there is just a veritable army.
Maybe not an army per se, but there's a lot of them. More than you reckon you could handle right now.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression. Yeah, with a slight look of disappointment in myself and life, I will go to here. Going to pull away my sword, pull out a hand axe, and we will say use it at, well, which one of these is more injured? Around.
This one.
Excellent.
Oh dear.
Well, I'm not an axe specialist.
Indeed. You chuck the axe, it doesn't quite reach its target, unfortunately, as it flies, like, into, like, the wall over here. Xander.
Well, we better do some hitting, haven't we?
You'd best. And
Or
you
best.
do.
And then,
Do a good job and take him down. Blech.
and then as a bonus action, because I think he's now close enough. Or, I'm like, you, body template man, don't forget the heals, and I cast the healing mush on him. That is-
A healing
Sure.
mush. Is that your version of healing spirit?
Yeah.
Alright, so that is heals every round. Very nice. Orcs, mate.
Orcs, mate.
An attack on Xander. They cannot hit you. My god.
Some of these tats.
One disadvantageous attack on Orion. Wow. With a
Whoa.
disadvantage, he does still get you. And the other
Thank-
guy on the other side.
Gee, hang on. Is that the big dude?
No.
Okay, shit.
That's a 22. Are you going to shield or take it?
Not the big guy.
Well, I can't raise it high enough to raise my AC high enough to actually stop it. So no, I'm just gonna take it.
Okie dokie. 14 damage. And now's the big guy who's going to attack you with disadvantage because he's poisoned. Ooh,
Oh.
lucky you.
This is why I did it.
And the poisoned from Ray of Sickness lasts for 1 round? Or do they have to keep making saves?
Or I better do
Oh,
the
I know it's up here
lads.
somewhere.
Oh my god.
No, it's
on
not
that one
actually.
orc next to me.
Ray of Sickness.
The spores! I'm poisoned till
Until
the end of your
your
next turn. Okay, so I'll just
Yeah, I can just remove it now, I guess.
let's take them off because by the time it's their next turn, it's not gonna matter. Then the hobgobbos. Here. You have to dash as an action. You have to dash as an action. He's going to dash as an action because the wall is currently concealing Larissa from his view. The one that could actually shoot this turn is going to fire an arrow at good old Perseverance, given you're currently not surrounded by a whole bunch of people, and misses. And, hey guys.
Yeah.
I guess what happens now?
More?
Even more. So many
A lot
more.
of hobos. Hobos and gobos.
Good old hobgoblin bargain sale.
Indeed. Pluck.
Well, there's another giant as well. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Now, from aggressive to defensive. Let's see what we can do. Can't do anything. Oh my god. 60 feet. Yeah, he's gonna yell out to Ryan. Say, you might want to get out of there. This direction, perhaps. And he's gonna. Hold on. Was Frostbite do the same thing? Disadvantage on this weapon attack. Yes, please. I shall cast Frostbite on the big guy. But
Frostbite
damage is irrelevant.
on the big guy.
No.
He,
Unfortunate.
the cold doesn't bother him anyway.
God damn it.
Let it go.
He learned how to make leathers.
He's gonna start
Oh.
sort of walking into. Can we flee this way? I'm assuming
Yeah.
that way. Yeah. So he's gonna be ready.
You start heading towards the nope zone where you go to nope.
Yeah, he's gonna stay in range in case he needs to help out Ryan, but he's like getting ready to cheese it. So there you go.
Alright, Larissa.
Okay, I'm moving forward 1 square, so I'm in range. I'm going to hold up the little clay hand and put Steven's hand over it and say,
Oh god.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, 79 on the wild magic table.
Here we go.
What are you doing to poor Steven?
I don't
Oh.
know.
Illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter around within 10 feet.
That's
Oh,
adorable.
Steven, you're the best. Okay, the spell doesn't go off at all though, or does it? Still?
The spell still goes off.
Okay, great.
Just you get
Maximilian's earthen grasp on this dude.
this dude.
This dude. You
Uh,
know, you don't know how words are gonna sound until you say them for the first time.
he
and then you're
fails
like,
miserably, and although you only really intended on keeping him sort of stopping from moving, his legs get fucking crushed by the stones. He stops
It's time
moving.
to go.
Good old Dion.
Xander, I hope you can carry me still.
I
Cause,
can do the carrying. You do the stab. You stand
uh,
right.
well, I'm hoping you can stab, because I'm going to help our friend down there, hopefully.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast sleep. Hopefully. Ooh, 30.
Sleep. Where are you putting your sleep area?
Now does it affect allies or no?
It
It
affects
picks what it wants.
everything in the area of effect.
Okay, so
From
it's
the
if
lowest
it's
hit points
a.
to the highest.
All right, hold up. I gotta see what the spell description was again. 20 feet. So.
Within 20 feet of a point you choose.
So.
At that
would
point, I'm
be-
assuming.
Yeah, that would get this too. Hopefully.
Okay, so you rolled a 30. Oh,
Yep.
you were so close to dropping both of them. The orc goes down and the giant stays up.
Can I focus one of them and focus it on the giant instead?
Unfortunately, it only works to descending order of hit points.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, you are one off getting both of them. I'm so
Uh,
sorry. Oh,
I-
damn.
Can I bardic inspiration him that from this far? Where's the-
Bardic Inspiration is 60 feet. if I'm
60
not
feet.
mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah.
Oh, just out
Yeah,
of range.
just off. Ugh.
Is that the end of your turn then?
We'll bardic inspiration perseverance then.
Okay. Orion, you've only got the big guy
well-
to worry about now.
As my bonus action, I am going to be second winding, gaining 5 hit points back.
That is smart. Well, it's 1d10 plus your fighter level, right? So.
So that's 6 then.
Yep.
Okay, getting that handled. All right, and then I'm going. I am using my action to dash. I am leaving.
Oh.
Marines, we are leaving.
You're going to risk the attack opportunity.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Because I need to leave.
Ooh, he misses.
Oh.
Marines, we are leaving. Literally, Orion is yelling, "All right, everyone, we are leaving!"
Okie dokie. Perseverance.
Right. Jesus, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't realize how much distance good old your boy made. Right. This boy, how messed up is he?
Which one? Sorry.
The one by Xander.
Not very.
Alright, you know what? In that case, I'm going to move 30 feet, and he's getting a guiding bolt to the face. Well, we'll see if he does.
Are you gonna...
I'm gonna roll it.
Once my internet starts working again.
No! Oh, it's alright, buddy. I got you. I got you.
The animator has suffered a fatal heart attack.
Let's jump into... it's a guiding bolt, right? Let's see it.
Yeah.
Guiding bolt.
Yep.
Dear Lord, you've gone back to the... It's like a race against time! There we go. Hey! It did the damage. You know what? Unfortunately, the bolt goes flying over.
Wait. What about his bardic inspiration?
Oh, his bardic inspiration, yeah. Show me.
No.
Oh, that's actually enough. You hit him 18 points of damage. Boom! He's not dead, but the next person to hit him has advantage, and he looks severely fucked.
Excellent.
This is
Right.
a
That's my turn.
perfect opportunity then.
Xander. It
To
does
go.
seem like a pretty good opportunity. Oh
Oh.
boy. He's...
And then I'm gonna grab. I'm assuming this is a gap in the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my buddy, and we're gonna jump.
Mario jump!
Basically off the screen. It's like, bye.
Pocket.
Marines, we are leaving!
Indeed. But not before these boys do their shit.
Ruh-roh.
So move, dash, and aggressive. That guy's asleep. This fella.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He actually reaches. Goddamn.
He moves and dashes right here in the middle of all of you. And sort of says, "You guys are going nowhere." As he activates his block the path ability and waits for one of you to move out of his reach.
What is his reach?
5 feet.
Okay.
So you're safe, but those two aren't.
Okay.
Guys, up here. This guy's gonna do orc dashy things. This guy's gonna do ogre dashy things. And then the hobgoblins are gonna shoot some stuff. 3 of them, sorry, are gonna be shooting at Perseverance.
Well, that I need to do his healing
Oh.
mush.
Oh
There we
dear
go.
lord. Perseverance, that's 3 hits. As their short bows deal 17 damage to you. Oof. And then 2 are going to shoot at Larissa.
PPK. Oh god.
They definitely both hit.
Oh dear.
Do you have no shielding ability? Oh no.
No.
Okay.
13 points on Larissa, but she's got the HPs. We're fine. Then we go to Pluck.
It's time to ask the question. The favorite question of the bard. Is this guy wearing metal armor?
He is, yes. There is metal on his arm. He's wearing ring mail, so...
Excuse me. Can you get out of my way, please?
Ooh, you have advantage to hit him, and yeah, you reach
Need it.
forward. The lightning runs through your palms, and although he only takes 1
Doesn't
point of
matter.
damage, he can no longer take reactions, which means he doesn't get to use his main ability, you son of a bitch.
Bonus action, book it! Yeah, I'm out. I'm just like bonus action dashing with my expeditious retreat and like 80 feet movement speed.
Hmm.
Fucking, I'm out.
Alright, Larissa.
Is it metagaming to know he can't take reactions?
You can see he's
pretty
currently
stunned.
being jolted, yeah. You-
Then I guess instead of being greedy, we're just gonna dash. And that's it.
Well, your dash action and then your rest of your movement.
Yeah, that's how I got to 60.
Oh, okay, never mind. My bad. My bad.
Dion
Sorry.
is
I forgot.
well out of
Not
dodge.
actual tabaxi.
And then Orion.
Okay, how far can I actually move? Okay, yep. I'm not risking it. Hopefully you can get off the screen before the enemies catch up. Orion basically just bolts. Seeing that the ogre is stunned, he bolts.
Nice. Perseverance.
Stream, I'll put the description up.
Can I ask a
Severance, you're
question real
muted.
fast?
He's always muted. Alright,
Had to happen at least once.
so with you guys able to sort of kite them out as you have been, I'm going to say that you just make a run for it over the hills and far away.
Teletubbies
And,
come to play.
and you manage to, for the time being, escape the horde. And with knowledge of where the lovers now lie, you can start to try and figure out how exactly you're going to deal with them.
Well,
Can I ask a rules question real fast?
Sure.
So the hand is a stationary concentration spell. What happens when I move out of the casting range of it? Does it just drop?
I assume so, yes.
Okay.
What does the spell say, I guess?
It doesn't, but I will put it up.
If it doesn't
Um,
say it drops when you leave, then I don't know.
Since
Rules is
obviously,
written.
Because I
rules
mean,
are-
it could stay there for the next 9 rounds or whatever, but would I still be able to use my action to manipulate it from out of range?
No.
So that's why I was asking.
Rain.
If you're not within range, then I'm going to say that it simply don't work.
You must
Cool,
also
thank
be
you.
able to see it, so.
Yeah.
so since Xander and Volbidian were with the lovers for a long time, did Xander get a good enough look at them to work out what they were or what to research to find out more about them?
I will allow you to make a. I'll let you make your best knowledge check with advantage.
I guess it'd be, well, they're all the same number, so
Alright. You have a feeling that they are both half fiends, cambions.
oh shit.
They have devilish features to them and are clearly more sort of fiend-blooded than tieflings are, at least. So that would explain their ability to have creatures under their sway and sort of be a reason why they have as much charisma as they do.
I would have told the group once we found somewhere to hide and settle.
Great.
Well, I'm definitely going to be definitely reporting this to Gray. The Iron Wolves need to know.
Imagine the Outriders do as well.
Yeah, everybody needs to. This is huge. This is a small this is a small army that's steadily growing against Fairhill.
So not that it matters, but like, are we reacting like this because they're half fiends or because they're really mean?
They have a small army of monstrous humanoids at their command. That's a problem.
And
Yes.
they're not, and they also don't seem to be very prone to be willing to negotiate.
But it's
They-
not like a racial thing.
Well,
Well, it's
Larissa,
not a race thing.
look at me.
They
Mhm.
said they said that they consider us pests. So ultimately, you don't really argue with locusts.
You were saying
Are they-
perseverance?
just Larissa, look at me.
I will say that
I
while
can
sorry.
guarantee it's not a racial thing for me.
I will also add that while me and the green man were in their presence, it definitely got the impression that there was no compromise. It was literally stab the people that they feel like stabbing, and the people they feel like stabbing is the quote unquote the towny folks, yeah?
Yeah,
But of course,
I agree.
Both of you also have seen today that while they are unswayable, the people under their sway perhaps can be swayed back.
Mm-hmm.
I
In
tried my best, guys.
Infernal, I'm going to say to Perseverance, just want to be sure. Sometimes you have to pull a thing.
All right.
Don't worry, I've heard tales.
So for tonight's session, each of you gains 1,883 experience points. 1883.
Excellent.
And no money again.
Sometimes it happens, but hey, this is the most experience a party's got since the second season started.
I've
Not
got
quite.
bills to pay.
Not quite enough to level up, unfortunately.
Indeed.
Oh, speaking of leveling up, I hit level 4 after the previous session, so
Yeah.
I need updated on your overlay at some point. I think Pluck probably as well.
That is something I should have known, and I apologise. That will be fixed for next time. But in any case, I believe we have at least one shout out to make. Cabalion, you do art, do you not?
There is this vicious, horrible rumor that I do artwork, and if you want to see it, feel free. If not, don't. See if I care. I won't cry about it.
You can actually see her art in her token as well.
There we go.
Ah yes, and also currently on the screen my my sort of thumbnail art, as well as the art for my little logo that I use as my avatar, all done by the wonderful Alien Cabalion.
It's vicious mockery.
Sure. And with that, I'll end the session. Thank all of you for coming tonight, and thank everyone for watching. Peace.
Thanks for the game.